a weird thing. Let me just fix that. There we go. Starting with sponsors. There they are in chat, hopefully. There's not sound. Are you able to hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, there weren't Alex saying in chat that couldn't hear, and I think I know why.
Well,
hey, Zan. Just roll 20 noises. Still can't hear me?
Oh.
I guess I should type that.
Wait, does this mean we can say anything?
Oh, it's fine. They said it was their cord.
It was their cord, okay.
Oh, well, the freedom is gone.
Oh, I was about to say something very off the wall, but yeah, it's gone.
Awesome, thanks. Thanks for that, host, Ann. So, and it looks like my, okay, the bot's not working either. Everything is just being weird tonight, but there will be links to sponsors in the chat here soon as I get that fixed. But they are Fundamental RPG, which is the system that this game runs on. You can pick up a physical copy on Amazon, or if you prefer the digital version, you can pick that up at coffee.com/raven, like it says below my face on the screen. And until the end of the month, in celebration of my birthday month, it is available for half off for the PDF, so you can get that for just under $10, which is a pretty good deal. And it's a really fun system. It's a D20 based. It's not set to any kind of genre, so you can run really anything from high fantasy to sci-fi, and everything in between. And yeah, definitely go pick up a copy of that. Also at coffee.com/raven is Intrepid, which is adventuring gear for real life. Really cool products with a tabletop theme to them, so go check that out. And then finally, Die Hard Dice, which are really awesome polymer and metal dice. They also sell dice accessories and dice adjacent things as well. You can go check that out at dieharddice.com. And if you use the code BLACKFEATHER, all one word with a capital B, you can get 10% off your entire order. And I highly recommend the Fae Bloom set. Currently, it's one of my favorites. It's really cool blue and purple gradient set, so go check that out, and there'll be links to that in the chat as soon as I get the thing fixed. But that is all of our sponsors, and then if you want to catch up on this show or others that we have on the channel with the VODs, you can do so at the Fantasy Network at watch.thefantasy.network. So, going to introductions, normally we'd have Leland here with us. He wasn't able to make it tonight, but go check him out on Twitter at Leopold the Just. And then myself, I'm Raven. I am the creative director for the Raven Evermore, which is my brand for all the various things that I do, a lot of which are tabletop related. I have a link tree, which again will be in the chat here soon, but it's linktr.ee/theraven, like it's spelled below my face, just in case you can't see chat. If you're watching this later on a video. And then I play Dick Bellaroo. She is a private detective from New Orleans, and she's done a lot of paranormal investigation type stuff, and supernatural investigation stuff. So she's not a stranger to weird things happening, but it's still nothing like what we've been seeing in Madison so far. So time travel is really what kind of has broken her. She's freaking out now, but she's a fun character. That's me and Dick, and so we'll hop over to Josh. Tell us a little bit about Garther and yourself.
Can you hear me now? Sorry, I had it muted. Yeah, as far as Garther goes, he is visually a very stereotypical modern day hobo, whereas he hops trains, he travels from place to place, doesn't have a solid home, and he looks the part. He looks probably way more aged and weathered than he is, but then again, he can be crotchety, but can also be lighthearted, so on and so forth. And he's apparently more what's the word I'm looking for?
Well-read.
Well-read, yeah. I was going to say he's versatile, maybe? I don't know. He's sometimes more helpful than he should be, and other times he's not helpful at all. He's a coin. You flip a coin and what you get with him. As far as me personally, my name's Josh. You can find me at Hobox on quite a few things. That used to be my thing, but now I trying to do Reburied Occult. And but really, I'd rather you pay attention to me and my kids playing games, mostly D&D, on our podcast called Teenagers and Troublemakers. I will actually put a link to our YouTube channel in a minute because I've dabbled in really bad animation a couple of times. And also, if you're interested in Mage Duels rules for 5th edition, I published a thing that you can pick up for free on DM's Guild. And I, with all of these things, I want feedback more than anything. I want to know yay, nay, please don't ever do that again, or could we get some more, please? So yeah, I think that's it.
Awesome. Next we got Ran. Tell us a little bit about Lachlan and yourself.
Sure. So Lachlan is the lost 7th Hemsworth brother. No, he is just a kind of shitty Australian in his early 20s who is actually a very good musician, but we will never know. He is horrified by everything that's happening, but also feels like, well, this might as well happen because I am in America and that's where all the horror movies are. So it makes sense that these were documentaries instead of fictional things. And he was also broken by the time machine. He has just finally given up and has started just throwing things into the cornfield in the hopes that that will fix whatever is happening. It won't. I'm pretty sure it won't. As for me, I'm on Twitter at @RandPlaysGames. I won't be tweeting for a while due to personal reasons, but I am still there and I do respond if other people tweet at me.
Awesome. Yeah, I think if Salami didn't do it, I don't think anything you throw into the cornfield's going to help at this point.
Sad but true.
Next we've got Emily. Tell us a little bit about Ben and yourself.
Yeah, I play Ben. He's an engineer with NASA JPL. You wouldn't guess it by looking at him. He looks about as stereotypically like a cowboy as you could get. I think he's the only person in the group who was happy to find a time machine. Because it's the only thing in this town thus far that has made some kind of sense to him, which seems to have been the opposite reaction that everybody else has had. So I'm interested to see where we go with that. You can find me at Timberdoodles on Twitter. I've actually slowly started to post my digital art there. So yes, you can find me there. Very curious to see where this goes.
You did an excellent drawing of Lachlan recently. Everyone should know you did an excellent drawing of Lachlan.
I do love how you said, just looking at this man's face, you can tell, yes, this man is Australian.
The energy is there. You've really captured the je ne sais quoi, the essence of Lachlan.
I tried.
It's very good. And I got the video window fixed now, so
Yay.
now everything's fixed. We can.
I do
see
in fact actually exist. I'm not just a corn pod person with a blue Yeti.
Of course, that sounds like something a corn pod person might say.
Exactly.
All right. And then next we've got Nikki. Tell us a little bit about this really cool world that you put together and yourself, and take it away.
Sorry, I have got the sniffles today.
No worries.
It's
I hate it when that happens.
you know what? I'm going to cheat again and have one of you summarize something that's other than weird corn town that's not really on Earth.
All
right.
I mean, I could read my very sparse notes. That would take a few seconds to read.
Something other than weird corn town.
Let's see. Trying to
Strange
figure out what to
hometown.
do. Should we take a train? Phones work now? Question mark. Dee is on her phone, even though day one she was amazed at the internet. Jason's teacher is there. Dix has family. These are the questions because I missed a lot of this before. Is Lachlan's guitar haunted? Warm up tune, Spanish guitar. Ben finds some old pictures, black and white. Ben reads letter, not coming back. Recognize boat. Look at something. Distant isn't. Hold up. We can see Cecilia's house from where we are. We're in charge of the kids now.
Oh, that's a terrible idea.
Fuck this random cornfield. We commandeer the combine. The boat is a time machine. The boat is fixed. The boat is a TARDIS. Has large rooms with lots of stuff. Cursed guitar strings. Dee's phone got flung into the corn. Jolt cola. That's the end of my notes.
I mean, I think you've covered most of the salient points.
Yeah.
Yeet the meat. You can't forget yeet the meat.
Eat the meat and break the chairs.
Yeah, I mean, once again,
Lachlan's
like I
motto.
said, sparse notes. I write stuff as I'm not good at listening and writing at the same time, so I can only do one at a time.
Yeah.
No worries.
So either enjoy the scene or write stuff down. That's the two options I got.
A few
also-
holes there, right?
Oh, go ahead.
So the boat, it turns out, is a time machine that belonged to a friend of Ben's from uni.
Yeah.
Janie, who, as far as I know, disappeared at some point or just stopped hanging out with him. We don't know how that resolved. But apparently she talked about this time machine a whole bunch. So Ben kind of knows how to drive it. Dee can now summon anything you described to her, as long as it's sort of like small-ish. But then she also said, I can summon the town. So we haven't really dealt with that yet. We just put that to one side and hung out on the boat for a little bit. We've confirmed that we can travel back in time by Dick fucking around with the watch that they picked up in the hardware store. And that made Jason throw up because he is a weak person.
How dare you call yourself a man?
Yeah, but in an Australian accent.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Go on. No, I want to. Please try do an Australian accent.
Hold on, give me a second. I can do a New Zealand accent better. Like, Ian, you call yourself a man, eh?
Oh, it's Scottish again, but just like
Well, no,
slightly south.
I'm trying to do the guy from Flight of the Conchords.
Jermaine Clement.
Not the stars, but the redhead guy. He's like,
Oh,
what are we
yeah,
doing
yeah.
over here? Yeah? What are we doing? He's like, call you on the intercom? Yeah.
That could be worse, which is impressive for an American.
I'm
not
not
gonna
warmed
lie.
up.
I'm impressed.
Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
so, and we kind of resolved there being like, well, what do we do next? And everyone kind of looking around going like, I don't fucking know. We're thinking of taking the train home. Apparently we're allowed to leave if we take the train home, but we've decided that we should probably kill the monster before we try and take the train home, just in case.
And the
Yeah.
one thing that Dee doesn't seem to be able to summon is a way to kill the Cornator.
Mm.
Yeah. And I think Dick has made the suggestion of, like, we just need to figure out how to go back to when the corn monster started or something like that. Because then it would be easier to kill, because presumably it gets more powerful the more people it eats. I think that was a running theory.
Yeah. If we kill it in the past, is this the kind of time travel where, like, we will have never gone back to kill it because it would have been dead? Like, do we have to worry about paradoxes?
I think Garther pointed out a couple of times that why are we trusting everything everybody tells us?
Well,
Yeah,
we
that too.
established when you all traveled back in
want
time
us-
a minute with the watch. I asked, if they looked into the boat, would they see themselves in the boat from a minute ago? And no.
So we're probably having branching timeline sort of deal.
That's
Yeah.
what it seems like, or some other kind of weird wibbly wobbly,
Or all things happen at once, sort of like, it's like all things happened. All things are true.
I guess y'all just have to see.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing
See, this
is
is why
true.
Lachlan isn't down with time travel.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
Yeah, just blame Ben for going to school and not believing that his buddy had a time machine.
I blame my manager. I wouldn't be here.
Who is your manager?
Fucking Dan.
Steely Dan? No.
You want to tell us about Dan? About how you got the
Dan's a bitch.
about how you got on ended up here?
Lachlan had a manager in Australia who was a great manager, and then was like, I'm gonna put you on to this guy from an American company. He'll treat you right. He'll look after you. Fucking Dan. That man has done nothing but fuck me over, Lachlan will say, and throw a chair into the cornfield.
And if it came from Nikki's room, it will kill a patch of corn. Or from Janie's room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you say? I'm a time traveler now?
Maybe.
We don't
It's
know.
possible.
What do you do when you're not streaming?
Time travel.
Oh.
And my
Yeah,
room
we
does
play
have
the Idaho
purple in
Dairy
it
Fair.
and sparkles. I mean, possibly. This is all
That's why-
autobiographical experience.
That's why you had that picture of the boat.
Yes.
That's
It's
right.
all coming together.
Murray.
If we all get through this, I swear Dick's gonna buy Lachlan like a titanium chair to just throw around as much as he wants.
It's like a little chair so he can throw it and like pick it up and throw it again.
Yeah.
Ben will custom make him one, and it will be the best welding job you've ever seen. It will be virtually indestructible.
It's a space-proof chair.
That's what I was thinking too. This thing survived re-entry.
Please, please don't hit anybody with it. I don't want to be associated with the murder weapon.
I'm fucking gonna. No. This is how I kill the Minotaur. I hit it with a chair.
It's made of hand wavium.
So
Oh.
outside of the boat, it's getting to be evening again.
Dick. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I don't know what else I was going to say. It's evening. What are y'all doing?
We had talked about going to speak with Miss Baptiste, had we not?
Yeah,
Why would we
that-
do that though? Like it just seems like she eats people. I'm just why
I mean,
would we
she's,
speak
you
to
know,
her?
she's basically a puppet master. So if anybody's, metaphorically pulling the strings, or maybe literally pulling the strings, she's probably got a hand in that or not. I'm not talking to her.
Aren't you the one that knows her?
Which is why I'm not going to talk to her.
And that makes sense. That makes sense. I think there are probably a lot of people that Garth knows that he shouldn't talk to.
Yes, I agree. I mean, I'm gonna have to come up with an entirely new name when I leave here. It's like, go to a new city, find a new name again.
Have you considered Australia? Because we don't get corn monsters or people eating vampires there.
If there was a train that would take me there, yes.
Hop a ship, mate. Go old fashioned.
I'm
Do it like the convicts.
I get real bad seasickness.
They have pills for that now. I know you probably don't know because you're born in like 1920, but they have pills for that now, mate.
Couldn't you take the boat?
I know about pills, but they tend to amplify movement and vibrations, usually in a fun way.
Couldn't you just press the Australia button on the boat?
There's an Australian button on the boat.
I mean, technically, we could, it seems, go just about anywhere or any when.
Okay, so D points to an Australia button.
Why is that even there?
But there's not a New Zealand button.
Yeah, it's not on the map.
It's never there.
Oof. Oh.
I mean,
So
we're
there's
gonna
there's
picking-
not a Hobbiton button there.
There's like a bunch of random buttons. And D just presses one.
No.
Oh no! Ben cannot
Yeah,
stop her in time.
I think Dick is like running across the whatever room that we're in or however big it is, trying to stop Dee and ends up like just full on body tackling her. But
Actually, could I?
Isn't
Actually,
there in
what would
time.
I? Actually, Ben was at the helm. What would I roll to try and stop her?
Nimbleness, maybe?
I think so.
Oh gosh, that's not
Yeah.
going to be
How
good.
fast can Lachlan throw a chair?
Oh, very fast, but
Oh wow!
But there's
I
no
got
chair
a-
nearby.
I got a 22.
You got rid of all your ammunition.
I got a 22.
See, I don't think so. I didn't give D any pluses to anything,
Oh no.
That's okay. Ben only had a 3 in that.
but I'm still going to roll just because.
Might get a nat 20.
and I will say, as long as Lachlan's still wearing his boots, he's got ammunition.
No,
That's
no
not stitch,
one. So, he does stop her from hitting the button, but she falls into the console.
No.
How many
Dee,
buttons
why?
got pushed now?
Why?
Because it was a natural one.
Dee, why do you have the self-control of a 7-year-old? You are a grown person.
What? But you said Australia. I was going to hit the Australia button.
Why?
So you
I
can
say a
go
lot
home.
of things. Except you've already told us that that won't work.
Well, it might work for a little while, long enough for me to fix everything. And like the console's like sparking. There's sparks
Alright.
coming out of it.
Where the fuck are we?
Where?
Oh, sorry, when the fuck are
we-
we?
Ben is looking at the console, like trying to look at like coordinates and figure out where and when we are now.
So, since the button pushing was stopped, Dick didn't actually body tackle anybody. But she pulls out the watch and is like, wait a minute, are we all in the boat? I can just turn back the watch. We can fix this.
Wait, where the fuck is Jason? Again.
I don't think it affects the inside of the boat, though. is the
No, it doesn't.
problem.
Dick just looks
It's
at them like,
shielded.
why doesn't this stuff make sense?
It makes more sense than anything else in this town. You just fell into the console.
Sorry, guys, again.
Oh God, please
Jason's
don't be
wandered off.
broken.
He's just I want to say he is sitting up there drinking his beer. His what was it? What did he call it?
His
IPA.
Yeah.
Ben
His
is like-
generic branded IPA.
Ben is like frantically checking to make sure the console isn't like fried and broken.
It needs a little repair.
Percussion maintenance.
Do not touch the time machine.
I'm not. I like. If Garther's like, I'm in the kitchen again.
I think Dick follows Garther into the kitchen too. She's like, I need more booze for this.
And Dee will tell you up there, if you look outside, it's like you're on a beach, but it's a blizzard.
Oh, good, we're in Antarctica.
A
Oh,
DQ
no,
blizzard.
Speech.
There's palm trees outside.
Oh, good, we broke the weather.
Yeah, you're just broke in a broken place.
Well, either that or there was a nuclear holocaust and now it's nuclear winter. Who knows?
It's just a cursed place. Should be hot and it's snowing and probably
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know, whatever you
could
can think of in a cursed place.
Oh, so we
Why the
jumped
fuck
all the
not?
way to the year 2022. The far-flung future. Dystopian.
Oh, I don't suppose the navigation's gonna give me any kind of useful reading.
Not right now, not until you fix it.
Okay, so that'd be engineering tech, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And I get to add how many career points do I have now? Cool. I get 4 bonus points to that.
Can I help? Can I just
Yeah.
pass like spanners and shit?
Yeah, you can help.
Lachlan can do that much.
All right, I'm gonna roll 28.
Nice.
Oh. Okay, I would say that's fixed.
Those were
Oh, God.
points well spent.
Lachlan just looks over Ben's shoulders like, oh yeah, doesn't look like a problem with the fuses at least. Yeah, just like I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it right. Well done.
He helped build a nuclear-powered space laser, and he saw the plans to the time machine. I think you get.
Yeah, I would say he probably helped come up with a couple of them.
That's pretty rad. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like she will be working on it and get help. So you'd probably recognize some of what was going on with it.
That's really
Well-
awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
I just hold a torch for you. Everything else, you're good.
I won't speak to how sober he might have been and or how much he would have remembered. But
And it is weird that she's from this town and the machine works for you.
yeah, that is highly suspicious, and that does kind of make Ben wonder if that's why he wound up here.
Maybe, possibly.
Maybe, but still kind of suspicious that maybe there was something else too. Because who knows? Maybe they wouldn't have gone back to the boat. I don't know.
So this girl who made the time machine, this is Lachlan speaking. What was her deal? Like, what was up with her?
She was going to Texas A&M. She was just in engineering club. Like every year she was there.
Is that like a famous university? Is that like a good one?
Let me put it this way. Most of the astronauts that have been astronauts for NASA went to Texas A&M at some point. Texas A&M churns out two primary types of students, agricultural geniuses and NASA employees.
All right, so yeah, it's a pretty good.
But they're never
good
one and
school.
the same. Sorry.
Well,
Just
unless
imagine
you,
Gotha like leaning out through the doorway with a knife.
Oh,
you know,
another-
unless the Martian turns out to be like, prophetical or something. Who knows at this point?
All right, so she went to the nerd school for nerds that you went to, and she built a time machine. And apparently, she's really into like 70s disco, from what Gotha described. And for some reason, she has a giant collection of guitars downstairs.
And weapons. And what sounds like
and a
energy
room
weapons.
full of chairs.
Yeah, very little about this girl is really adding up.
Chairs that kill the corn, apparently.
Some special fucking chairs, yeah.
Well, I mean, the corn was staying away from this boat like bacteria staying away from mold in a petri dish.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna level with you. I dropped out of high school.
So Dee's going to be like, well, what if you steered a boat towards the corn? Would
Yeah,
it just
genuine-
go through it?
I'm thinking like a Katamari Damacy thing, like we just go over all of the corn and it kills all the corn and then we're good. Like we just have to go over all of it. Like a kind of like sentient Roomba.
Are we going to turn into a cornball?
Well, it'd be worth seeing if there is like a radius, a set radius around the boat, like if it's putting off an energy field or something, then
Anti-corn energy. Ace energy.
well, then we shouldn't even have to get close to the corn. The radius should move with the energy field should move with the boat, so yeah, we should be able to just drive towards the corn if that's the case, and it'd mow it down.
Will it
Or
mow it down,
we
or
could
will it
just
make
fly
it
over it.
move out of the way is the question.
Well, I mean, that chair leg just straight up killed it.
Or we might just part it like the Red Sea and it'll just collapse right back behind us.
Maybe.
Well, if that
Maybe.
happens, we could always, I don't know, make weapons out of the chairs and just go whack at it.
Did you miss the part where I said the boat can fly?
Well,
I'm ignoring the part where you said the boat can fly.
Chair mech suit. I love that
Chair
idea.
mech suit.
That's actually the first thing I thought of when you
Don't
guys were
give
like,
Ben ideas.
I mean, have we even tried the weapons that are down here against the corn or anything else?
Ben is very interested in those weapons, I'm not gonna lie. Especially
guess
the
that
ones
would-
that glow.
I guess that would make more sense than beating it with a chair, but it's been a long day.
Hasn't it been 2 days at this point? I'm not sure.
I think time here is meaningless.
It's been a
Okay.
really long ass 2 days, yeah.
I'd drink to that, but I'm out of beer.
Oh, there's like so much more in there. They even have that Buzz beer from the old Drew Carey show. That shouldn't even exist.
All right. Well,
It has caffeine. It's caffeinated beer.
what the fuck, America?
Hey, 90s TV. I'd have nothing to do with it.
I thought the lemonade broke you, but apparently now it's caffeinated beer.
Caffeinated beer.
Man, I'm just starting to
Fictional
think
caffeinated beer.
I'm starting to think that perhaps you just shouldn't be allowed to make liquids generally.
Well, say goodbye to society.
No, just America.
Oh, okay.
Just America.
So Dee goes to the kitchen and she comes up with like a big bowl of popcorn. I just thought it would be funny for her to have popcorn.
I love that.
It's just watching.
Well, just turns around and looks at her with like the most poisonous look and is like, "Is this funny to you?"
You gotta laugh.
No,
If
I
I-
don't.
She wants some popcorn.
By now, I'm assuming Ben has been able to get us out of the bizarro Palm Beach blizzard wasteland and back to where we were.
Yeah. Actually, let me see where you got. Did he try to end up in a particular place, or did he just try to get out of the weird broken world?
Oh, gosh. You know what? Why not the town square where the stage was?
Okay. Sorry, I almost sneezed, but I didn't. I hate when that
Beat the
happens.
corn.
Oh, that's the worst.
Dee's just trying to pay it back. I mean, corn trying to eat her, she eat corn.
I mean, have we tried popping the corn in the field? Like, didn't they do that in that movie, True Genius or something with Val Kilmer?
If you
Or
could
whoever.
try.
Real genius, and that requires a specific breed of corn.
Oh, I figured we just find a high enough power laser and we just zap it.
I mean, you could try.
I mean, is that type of corn? Do we know?
Did you check?
Hey, Dee, what kind of corn grows in Madison?
Dee just kind of shrugs. She's just like corn.
You live here, like you have. There's nothing else in this town. You've got corn, and you've got, I don't know, whatever. Generally, nothing. Like it's just
Cows.
corn and cows.
Yeah,
so either
don't
you know a lot about cows, or you know a lot about corn. And
Yeah, don't forget the cows. Ben kind of mutters under his breath. Don't forget the goddamn cows.
I think it's a couple varieties of corn, like regular corn and probably some popcorn.
Oh, no sweet corn. Of course there's no
Yeah,
sweet corn.
corn. It's just corn.
Green corn.
It's whatever corn people grow here.
I think Dick has been like absent from this conversation for a little bit, and just comes back out of the kitchen with like a giant bottle of vodka and a 6-pack of Surge.
And we're here
Um,
talking Bubba Gump's corn here.
Yeah, and I don't know, some kind of finger food. It just sits down and cracks both open and starts drinking. It's like, well, I live here now.
I
Let me
can't
know how the
live
plan
here.
goes.
I mean, so
There's
far
shit
I'm
to
pretty
do.
satisfied too. I mean, we've got access to corn fritters, corn on the cob. I'm trying to think of more corn things.
Corn gumbo.
Corn gumbo, cornbread.
Oh, now I'm just hungry.
When you're mentioning food, D goes back to the kitchen to get ice cream.
Is it corn ice cream?
No, it's like
But it's made with corn syrup.
I mean, we are in America. Isn't everything made with corn syrup?
Everything is corn syrup.
Just about, yeah.
there's like a bunch of
It's-
different flavors in the freezer.
Corn starch.
I'm gonna go check out that music room. I want to see if she's got any, like, I don't know, records or like some kind of information. Like, why does she have a full music room? Is she just also a music nerd? And this is Lachlan like talking to himself as he heads down
Just
the
like
corridor.
just try to like
Yeah.
It looks like either she was a music nerd or she was dating a music nerd at some point.
Okay.
Maybe half of each.
Do you want a sight check? I'm like, this sounds really weird, but I'm like looking for what kind of music, because it isn't just guitars, right? There would be like CDs and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
I want some idea of what kind of stuff she was listening to.
Yeah, sight check.
All right. Someone will have to read the number for me, but I can press the button. I believe I can press the button.
How can she be music nerd if science nerd? Because music is technically math.
I was literally
Tell that
about
to
to say
Lachlan.
that like music is science.
Don't
Which is
tell that to
something that
Lachlan. He'll have a bit of a breakdown.
Yeah, it's same with me. Like, I used to hate that when I was learning music. Like, well, it's math. I'm like, I hate math. Just teach me music.
It's like, well, you heard of music theory. Yeah.
Oh no, not again.
Lachlan staring directly at this person. I've never heard of music theory. Never mentioned it to me again.
Hello, I'm music theory. And we're gonna take a fun romp. I'm trying to think of a way that Disney would personify it. Yeah.
I see a 14. I didn't sneeze again. I hate that. I'm a
Oh.
14. I'm cursed today.
Oh no.
You see like lots of different albums.
Is that like a genre in specific, or is she like a very wide listener?
No,
Do all of the albums like together spell out Corn Minotaur like across the top of the like? No. Okay.
no, it's just piles of different things that looks like she got from different people.
Are
You know,
there
you
any
get-
Ween albums?
Are there any what?
Ween.
Yes.
Awesome.
Lachlan will pull out a half dozen albums that he thinks are terrible and go throw them into the corn. Like, what the fuck? Why do you even have this?
Dee did come back from the kitchen, right?
Yeah, she's just
Okay,
eating
Ben-
ice
Ben-
cream.
Ben kind of looks at her and says, You did say Ms. Baptiste might be able to tell us something, right?
And she nods like a mouthful of ice cream.
Okay, I don't care what Garther says. We're gonna go find this woman and talk to her, okay?
Oh,
And he
I
kind-
said
he-
go talk to her.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
just not gonna do it.
And Ben kind of steers the boat and starts. Where was it that we said she probably was at this point?
It's up Garther, where is she?
No, Garther wouldn't know. You got and like he didn't know she lived here. I don't know where she is.
I assume she's going to be in that big house that looks kind of haunted. Lachlan will say, like pointing across the village square.
I mean, didn't Dee try to keep us from her house for the longest time? What's going on over at your house, Dee?
I
She doesn't want us
Honestly-
to see all her NSYNC albums.
Oh my God.
The posters on the wall.
Mhm.
I have NSYNC albums now.
I mean, I would believe it.
NSYNC
I'm-
posters.
She's like Googling it. Probably drops her spoon from her ice cream because she's trying to figure out who this is.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Have I just introduced this 19-year-old girl to boy
I mean,
bands?
Yes.
if everything else in this place is a little like topsy turvy time wise, she probably listens to like New Kids on the Block or something.
She didn't have access to that until you mentioned it.
What
Oh my
what did you
goodness.
listen to then? Are you telling me you grew up in this town without music like that fucking thing from Footloose?
That's how I was about to say.
No, we had music. It was just stuff from like
But they had no Kevin Bacon to teach them how to move.
it was just like ragtime and some early blues. Well, she doesn't say early blues, but
Burroughs current blues.
yeah.
Look
Early
up
blues and
Dropkick
jazz.
Murphy. Look up Dropkick Murphys, and you're
Oh,
good
heck
to
yeah.
go.
Actually, that's a good question from chat. Does the boat have a Baptiste button that we can push?
I was actually gonna. What is it like when this boat starts moving? Is it like smooth? Is it just kind of hovering like 10 feet off the ground? Like,
If you're inside of it, it's perfectly smooth.
Oh.
Can't tell anything. Just that last time when you were outside and everybody didn't do so great on the rolls and they got sick.
Don't know what you're talking about. Lachlan did great.
Okay, well Lachlan did great. But what happened with Jason? That usually is what happens.
Isn't Jason outside right now?
Yeah.
Wasn't he sitting on?
no, he's on the bed. He's on the circular bed. He's getting dizzy just from that
Oh my god.
Why does it spin?
It's like
because he
in
doesn't know how to turn off the button.
it's like in Guardians 2 when they make all those jumps way too fast.
There are buttons.
It's a very comfortable merry-go-round.
There's a lot of buttons to press, but you can try one.
Do they have labels at all, or are they just
I was thinking it's like
random
one of those
buttons?
music boards where it's just a square of buttons.
So
Oh,
some of them, most of them don't have labels. Sorry.
Yeah, would
Well-
Ben be able to figure this out? Is that something I could roll for?
Yeah.
Sorry, wait.
Is
was
this,
it
Okay.
the
is this
dark-
technology look like from the movie Alien, where
Would
everything's
that-
like just thousands of blinking lights with no label whatsoever?
Yeah, like Mother.
yeah.
Would that be another engineering tech thing?
Like half of it looks like it's from that, and the other half looks like she changed her mind and tried to put actual buttons, and those are the
Oh,
label
God.
buttons.
Would that be
Yeah,
another engineering tech thing?
Yeah.
I just can't believe like 90% of these buttons are unlabeled. That there's one that just says Australia.
Yes. Why does she have an Australia button?
I got a
Why
20.
does she have an Australia button?
I got a 20.
Maybe it just turns the ship upside down.
You know that's not how that works, right?
No, it's not-
I mean,
I'll
yeah,
fucking
but
turn you upside down.
hey, don't make promises you won't
Ben
keep.
Ben just kind of sighs and presses a button.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I will hold you by the ankles and shake you until all your liquor falls out.
Ben sighs and with a look of complete confidence presses a button.
It's kind of surprising how Ben is so great with this machine that he's never used before. Like, he seems to know everything about it.
I do kind of desperately want to know where the Australia button takes you. Because that's just a fucking continent. Like, that's like just having a button
is-
labeled
It is
Europe.
really
Like,
big.
yeah.
where does it take you?
It's an obnoxiously big button, too.
Is it shaped like Australia?
Yes.
That's what I've been wondering this whole time too. Does it
You
have,
know
at least
what?
have an image on it, or
It's shaped
Well-
like Australia.
Is
Well,
it like
Is it-
three? Is it like three-dimensional, like a relief map? as well?
Yes, and it
That's
glows
amazing.
purple.
Please tell me Uluru is in the middle there.
Well, I mean, it isn't technically in the middle of Australia.
Well, not quite. You know.
Can Lachlan like kind of sidle over while Ben is pressing buttons and just slam the Australia button? He also has the self-control of a 7-year-old, which is why it's funny that he keeps picking on D.
And what would I roll to stop him from doing that?
Oh.
What was
I
that?
want to know.
What was it again? I can't remember.
Probably would be a
Point
opposed-
or
opposed
roll
might?
for
to
impulse
roll.
control?
Nimbleness
Oh, geez, I would
against
have
each
to.
other.
Ooh.
A 10
Oh,
from
yeah.
Lachlan and a 23 nat 20 from Ben.
Oh, that's super
Makes it a
lucky. on me.
33. That's amazing.
No, that gives me a 20. That gives me a 23.
So, okay, let me look at this because my brain just.
Yeah, Lachlan got a 10 overall, and Ben got a 23.
Okay, so
You definitely stop.
I got a nat 20.
I assume you just reach out and like slap his hand.
Yeah,
as
pretty
he
much.
presses the buttons, like not even looking away. I'm like, no.
Ben, are you sure this isn't your time boat?
Yes, I'm sure. I just saw the plans.
have
I mean,
you,
later on, if we end up having to pull a mask off of Ben and it turns out to be someone else, I won't be surprised.
Jinkies.
Exactly.
Ben, have you ever played goalie in like not American football or hockey or anything? Because you're just like smacking these hands out of the way.
I've told you all not to touch the time machine.
Lockwood will be kind of like sulkily rubbing his hand. He's like, I just want to fucking know what Australia's really fucking big.
Be happy
They
he
can't
didn't.
take us to the entirety of Australia at once.
Be happy he didn't.
Unless
punch
it makes
you.
us the size of Australia.
Perth and Melbourne can't exist in the same area. It would fucking self-collapse.
If we became the size of Australia, we would literally die.
Yes. I'm just saying, it could we could just expand. This thing could be filled with PIM particles.
I don't think that's how that works.
So what
And then
the
we
fuck
all
is
just
a PIN
float-
particle?
And it like reduces or increases the space between our atoms or molecules, and it makes us big or small.
Again,
But,
I didn't go to high school. I'm pretty sure that's bullshit.
Oh, I was
Dick
just going
is
by
just-
the Marvel movies.
Oh, well.
Dick is
it's
just like
probably bullshit.
This isn't
chugging
Marvel.
back surge, and then vodka, and then when Carther goes on about that, goes, hold on a minute. It goes back to the kitchen, comes out with
Oh?
a bottle of Pims.
Is that a bottle of PIM particles?
No, it's alcohol.
Oh.
It's used in some different
A
cocktails. She
delightful
just starts
summer
making
drink.
cocktails with it. Yeah. Just starts making cocktails. She is like so just doesn't know
It-
how to help at all, and so she's just like, I'm just gonna drink.
Ben kind of looks at the others and says, "New rule: if anybody touches the console, I will burn you alive." And it's hard to tell if he's joking or not.
So there's a button like that's kind of red. That if you're looking at the console, you might be a little worried if Ben presses it, it'll burn you.
A red
He does
shiny
have a flame-
candy-like
he does-
button?
He does have a flamethrower too, so there's that.
Fuck's sake, Ben.
We'll go in that wet room, we'll all get flamethrowers.
And the giant gun. So there's that.
Ben, I think this is your time machine, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's Janie's time machine. She's the one who built it.
You know all the buttons on it.
I swear to God, if we find like a label or like a little plate on here that says like property of Benjamin Wallace or like to Benjamin Wallace from Janie or something, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I mean, when you create stuff, do you not put a signature somewhere? Where would you put it?
Or like Ben built this in the future sometime and like sent it back to himself, and somehow this was all concocted without my knowledge.
We just turn over one of the
I wouldn't
the
put it
panels and it
past.
says
I
Ben was
wouldn't
here.
put it past you.
I'm innocent.
Yeah, it's like O'Doyle rules.
Doyle rule.
I know that little I'm innocent phrase too well.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that one GIF playing. You know the one.
I've never done anything wrong in my life.
No. But yeah,
No,
no,
just
he
throw that one guy to the man eating corn, but that was a different, a completely different situation.
So is anybody peeking outside?
yeah, no, Ben's gonna have a
yeah.
look. He did press that one button with utter and complete confidence after I rolled that 20.
So you are in the town square. Everything is perfect. They're setting up for the festival again.
Well, they are very determined, aren't they?
I really fucking want this festival.
Are we in Groundhog Day?
Did we get the date right, or can we see Dee like outside the window setting up the festival?
No, she's inside of the boat.
So looking at the having looked at the plans and stuff, does the boat have any kind of security to keep anybody from messing with it, or is it just take the key with you and nobody's going to be able to mess with it?
Is there a child lock?
Yeah, basically.
It
I
doesn't.
mean, I was thinking just like raise it up above where no one can get to it, and then just kind of put maybe like a ladder down or something.
It doesn't appear to be, but nobody else is really able to use the boat unless they've been authorized.
Oh well, that's handy. That's very handy indeed.
So I don't think anybody in the town is an authorized user.
Yeah, considering how Janie obviously felt about the town, which who could blame her?
Hey, here's my thing. Does anybody in the town see or notice or react to the boat
No.
floating?
No.
I think with that, Dick's gonna test out a theory, and go down to the weapons room. Is there any sort of like rocket launcher or bazooka or anything like that?
Blow up the stage.
Yes.
Blow up the stage.
Let's do it. Let's go full feral. Let's set fire to the whole fucking town.
Yeah, and sooner or later, Garther was gonna like either ask Dick or Lachlan, like, "Hey, do you want to like see what's in this room exactly?"
Can you roll if you're all are looking in that room for weapons? Can you roll sight?
Oh yeah, Ben wants
Absolutely.
energy weapons.
This is gonna be bad. Yeah, 10.
Lachlan doesn't want a weapon, but he wants other people to have weapons.
Garther just wants to see what's in there. Like, he's just curious.
Let's see. Garther got 10.
Yeah,
Dick
bad.
got 20. Ben got 17. Lachlan got 11.
Ben would
Makes
love
sense.
him.
He's not enthusiastic about this.
Ben would love him a plasma rifle or something like that. That would be great.
Got 15. I think you might be muted.
Arthur, you got a
Oh,
10. So you
yeah,
just see
he rolled
basic.
bad.
You just see basic weapons, nothing special. Nothing cool.
No chode rocket.
Dick, you find like there's some that look really impressive, but you see something small, but it's it's basically like a laser cannon, but it's handheld. It's really small.
The noisy cricket?
The noisy
I was
cricket.
gonna I was trying to think like what was that? I think it was cricket something. Okay, she's seen that movie. She's gonna take that
Yes.
and
Yeah,
start
exactly.
walking up towards the deck.
Ben, you find what you were looking for. It just looks old. I mean, it's a future weapon, but it looks old.
Oh, something I could maybe fix up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's 80s retro sci-fi rather than modern stuff.
Lachlan, you just see normal weapons.
Cool. What do you mean by normal?
Just
Do you
like
just mean like not sci-fi?
yeah, like
So can I have a rocket launcher?
An RPG.
You did say not sci-fi.
I did.
And a rocket launcher exists right now in our timeline.
You can
Yeah.
pick one up at the local, whatever those stores are. The
I'll
Army
follow
Navy
Walmart in the
surplus.
US, right?
Yes, a rocket launcher. I'll allow it.
Cool. I'm
Oh.
going to
Can't
bring
actually pick one of those up at the surplus store. Just throw that out there.
Lachlan is going to bring the rocket launcher over to Dick with like that sort of like a dog has brought back this bone kind of an expression, like this is what you were after, right?
Dick, who is halfway drunk at this point, just like
Half cocked.
yeah, carefully puts the little gun like in her pocket or something, and then just takes this rocket launcher and looks like a well-behaved dog who's just been given like a bone that's like the length of the dog. Just like it's so beautiful.
Dog to dog communication.
Yeah. And yeah, she's gonna go up onto the deck of the ship and kneel down, brace this rocket launcher, and start aiming at the stage.
It even has a laser pointer on it.
Dee just picks up what looks like another baseball bat.
Okay.
It looks like a baseball bat.
Yes, it looks like a baseball bat.
Dick looks back at everybody. He's like, "All right, I got an idea. that we can just blow up the stage.
Ben is watching with what looks like almost childlike glee.
And I don't
Are we
know
not
if
worried
that'll
about? Are
fix
like there
anything.
people still on the stage?
Oh yeah, maybe if somebody fire like a warning shot first, we'll get the people off there. We blow up the stage, and then either it fixes something, or I feel a lot better.
Lachlan will do, you know, that really piercing whistle that you get like when someone is used to living on like a really big farm or something like that, and they like that kind of whistle. Does that.
Which I can't do. I just know the motion.
Yeah, no, he does that. Obviously, we don't want to do that on a stream, but a really loud piercing whistle.
Yeah. If there's no objections from anyone, Dick's gonna wait for the warning shot or whistle and then fire.
Okay, you have to roll an attack, please.
Absolutely. Would that be
Well, first,
considered?
did they react to the whistle?
Yeah, they'll run.
Okay, good.
Just I'm simplifying it. They'll run.
It's like,
I'm not okay with committing multiple murders.
Would
I
that
draw
be
the line at one.
considered a ranged attack or a tech weapon attack?
Tech weapon.
Okay. I got a 6.
So
Rolled
Well,
a 2.
I'm guessing
you know
you
what?
don't hit
I'm-
the stage.
I'm gonna use my advantage on this.
okay,
'cause I
go
rolled
ahead. Use your advantage.
I rolled a 2. That's just bad. Okay, that's much better. I rolled a 3, so now it's 7.
It didn't hit. It did not hit. Sorry. You could try again.
well, here's my question: what did it hit?
It just went into the air.
A
Yeah,
rocket just went into the air?
Ben,
Okay.
Ben is visibly disappointed.
I think maybe it went into the air and like in the distance you see it gets some corn.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it exploded in the
At least
air.
it's
People
like
just think
some
we're
corn.
launching fireworks.
you
Yeah,
said
we
I
really
could try
fucking
again.
hate that
There's,
school.
Yeah.
there's more than one round. Oh heck yeah.
Yes.
All right. She's like, sorry, one sec to reload.
I'm just imagining like it misses the stage and hits the school again.
the
I'm like, we really hate that fucking school.
Okay, those are fireworks now, like Garther said.
I rolled an 11. It was not meant to be.
Does anybody else want to try?
To go,
Look, we'll look at Ben expecting.
Hand it
Yes, Ben would very much like to try this plasma weapon. I have no idea what I would roll for that though.
I mean, could we all just get our own and then fire all at the same time?
Whatever you want.
Yeah, what would that be? That'd be a tech or a ranged weapon?
Tech.
Tech. I have no idea what I would roll for that. A D what?
So if you go to the character sheet under attacks, any of those blank spots, you can just put the training type as tech and then hit attack, and that'll auto do everything for you.
Hey Ben.
Okay, the die type and everything.
Yeah. Since we don't know how much weapon or how much damage the weapon does, but it'll do the attack for you.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
That's not too bad.
Okay, so it hits the stage. And the stage does like get really damaged and catches fire. You hear D go, ouch.
I will turn to look at D.
Just
Yeah,
a piece
Dick's-
of shrapnel stuck in her forehead. No, I don't.
No,
Dick does
but
the very slow turn looking at D as well.
I'm
no, but she is injured. Her shoulder looks like red and like it's-
burnt.
yeah.
D, are you literally the town of Madison? Don't fucking lie.
I don't know, probably.
Don't fucking lie to me at this point, D. Just tell me the truth.
Probably. I told you I could summon it.
Dick just
Yeah.
looks at D and is like, "Are you the corn monster?"
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how sure are we that you're not the corn monster?
I'm gonna
10.
say a 3. No, I'm
10.
going with 3.
If I was the corn monster, I'd kill myself, eat myself.
Yeah, and probably as the childlike glee is gone.
You're not flexible enough.
All right.
She looks at her shoulder and like it heals and the stage goes back.
Does this mean there are tiny people living inside you, D?
No.
Microorganisms. Oh God, does that mean like we're like in a weird, impossible loop where we're all inside of D, including D?
Probably. I need to go set up my
Like
board
that.
again, and Lachlan goes downstairs.
Like that one ride at Disney World?
Oh, I was thinking like in that episode of Futurama with the worms.
It's basically
Okay,
the same
so-
thing. Yeah.
So
Inside the human body.
remember when they were talking about the story of what happened and a person walked into the field, they disappeared, and then the town appeared?
I do remember that now, yes.
They used blood magic to summon the town.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just build it like normal people?
If
Americans
they're-
are great at colonizing.
if
We've been
they're-
doing it for hundreds of years.
if they disappeared, if their body disappeared and became, if their body disappeared and the town appeared, did their body become the town?
Oh no, these weren't
Somehow.
these weren't white folk. These are the anti-colonizers.
They don't look any Native American to me.
Well, they were brought here against their will. There's like no white people here, except for us.
It is a bonus, I will admit.
I think we should talk to Miss Baptiste.
Can.
Okay.
And Dick's sort of over in the corner, like counting on her fingers and doing the whole like trying to figure something out. Like, but if D's is the town, but they feed the town to the corn, why is the town still here? How does that fix anything? And it's just like
It's a Groundhog Day situation. It just
degrades into just rambling. Dick has become
Dick-
Lachlan with the murder board now, just without the board.
Oh, Lachlan's finished setting up his murder board. It's there if she needs it.
Bad luck, everyone. I thought I found a neutralizer because of all the sci-fi stuff, but I think it's just a vibrator.
Sorry.
I mean, hey, I wouldn't mind losing some of my memories of this place, but it's just, yeah.
Great.
He twists the bottom of it. Zzz. Yeah. Turns it back off.
That is not where I thought that was going.
I mean, why was it in the weapon
Please.
room? This clearly belonged to the circle bedroom.
Thanks for the follow.
I hope that
Oh
thing's
my God.
clean.
Well, well, you don't know what they're doing in that weapon room, so
Oh my
Well,
god.
I guess you could if you really knew what you were doing with it.
Your legs
my
won't work
God.
after this. No.
That's terrible. Dick, we need to go talk to
Yeah.
the supernatural vampire lady. So this is like your area of operations. We're gonna leave the time machine and go talk to the ghost succubus lady. So
Right. All right. Switching to coffee. Got it.
yeah.
Oh. This was a hell of a day to start using my camera.
Oh.
Lachlan will like edge over to D and be like, you can still make anything appear, right?
she just kind of nods.
Cool. So can you get me the AFL ladder for next year?
I don't know what that is, but yeah, here.
I want a sports almanac for the year 2025.
That's basically what Lachlan asked.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Don't get them either of those things. Nothing but horror will befall them.
Can
And
no, I'm
everybody
gonna
else.
be
But they're
very
my friends.
specific. I'm gonna ask you for the AFL ladder for next year, where Essendon wins, and that to be correct.
But they're nice. They want,
I want my boys to win.
That's all you care about.
like, she's like reaching for these items. She wants to give them to y'all so you're happy.
I think what Lachlan really wants is steroids that are untraceable. That way you can spread them among the group.
When you say that, Lachlan whips around and points at you and is like, those allegations were correct, yes, but we're not doing it again.
We'll win on our own merit.
This time? That club did genuinely have a really big drug problem.
Of course they did.
Like, famously.
Have we established where Miss Baptiste is at this point?
I don't know. Y'all are doing a lot.
We are. Sorry.
Because if so, Ben is already heading that way. Is steering the boat that way, while everybody else.
Well, I mean,
is,
Ben is an expert at this boat. He could probably just
Yeah.
tap a couple buttons.
Yep. He's
That's the
doing that while everybody else is trying to Back to the Future their way to fortune.
And Dee is just like reaching to her pockets and grabbing things and not handing them over because she was told not to, but like wanting to give them to y'all.
You just hold it up. It's just a ladder. I can see it from a distance.
She's pulling things out of her pocket the way Jim Carrey did in The Mask. Like, oh, there's a rubber chicken. Oh, there's another RPG. Oh, there's.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got a new kind of coffee, and I think that perhaps it's just a little stronger than my previous one.
So the boat will kind of sort of park in front of the big haunted looking house.
And it makes the noise.
Does it make that noise or something else?
I don't know. I just like it when cars make a screech noise when they stop for no reason.
Oh yeah, we're here.
Maybe blast disco.
Just a quick chorus of Mamma Mia plays.
Does this thing have a horn that plays Al Cucaracha or Al Cucaracha?
I just like the idea that Gotha says it is Al Cucaracha.
His mouth's full of food. If we're stopped at a place where we're about to go in there, Garther's gonna go in the weapon room specifically looking for any sort of armor.
Kevlar, there's Kevlar.
Oh, he was hoping
And a neon, like a bright purple jumpsuit.
Oh, is there any by chance like a hazmat suit? Something like that.
Sure, but it's hazmat is spelled wrong.
It's so somebody said bring condoms and bring the vibrator. It was like he's hoping for a full body size condom. Like from what was it? Naked Gun, the first movie? Full body size condom.
So, anybody else grabbing anything fun?
Yep.
It's kind of hard to top what he did, but sorry, I'm just laughing. It's funny.
Very good. I think Dick's just bringing the little gun.
The noisy cricket.
Yeah. And I think that's probably it right now. Maybe like a can of iced coffee or something. Try to sober up a little bit.
A thermos of the good stuff.
Super
Lachlan's
caffeinated.
gonna bring a rope.
No! She'll love that!
Not for her!
But she
In
won't
case one of you
know.
tries to fucking wander off again.
Oh my god. Actually, yeah, Dick does ask her something on that note. She asks Dee for, the little harnesses that you put on like little kids with the big elastic strap. One of those for everybody, and then hands them all to Ben. is here. Make sure we don't wander off.
Be the adult.
I was the only one who didn't wander in the first time.
Can somebody else be the designated adult for like 5 minutes?
Yeah, I'll fucking do it, and Lachlan will grab all of the child harness straps.
Yeah, I'm gonna be with y'all in like 5 minutes because I haven't slept for shit since we got here, and since we actually have a time machine now, and time no longer means anything apparently, I'm gonna actually try to get some sleep, and then pop back here and join you back again in like 5 minutes. So, yeah. It shouldn't matter.
I mean, I got no problem with that. I wasn't planning on going in there anyway.
Dick doesn't have an issue with it, but player Raven is just like, this is gonna go horribly wrong. I just know it.
Oh, absolutely. Lachlan's gonna try and fucking king hit Baptiste at some point. We're so sure, but...
No, I mean this Ben going and taking a nap and then coming back in quote-unquote 5 minutes part.
If you go to Australia without me, I swear to God.
He's gonna hit the Australia button. He secretly also wanted to know exactly where it went. Back to that bar in Dandenong where he got in that fight and lost and got kicked out.
Maybe.
I'll show them I have a plasma rifle now.
Oh my god.
Won't be laughing so hard when you're disintegrated.
It's just particularly funny to me because most of Dandenong that I know is like kind of touristy, like in that like very picturesque, like it's wine country kind of way. So all I can picture is Ben walking into like a picturesque like country bar and be like, "Fuck you."
No, I picture it being like the plasma weapons in like the Fallout series where it's like, oh, now somebody's a puddle of glowing.
Yeah, it melts you down to the green glue.
Basically.
Liquefies people.
Excellent. All right. So is it just Dick and Lachlan going to do with Baptiste?
Yeah, I don't want
think
anybody
so.
else on there while I sleep because I'm afraid you're gonna touch something.
Just child lock the console before you go.
So Jason is sleeping.
I was gonna say, where's Jason?
He's asleep on the round bed.
Yep. Still spinning.
Right?
Now
Gently spinning.
It's
It's
like,
like starfished over it with an open bottle of beer in one hand. Snoring loudly.
he looks so innocent. Just like a newborn baby.
You've
I
got
think he even
D
should have
as well.
He tuckered himself out.
Yeah, poor little guy. Nursing that bottle.
Sorry, what were you saying, Nikki?
No, I said you've got D to figure out as well. Or you can just let her go back home or something, or to the stage or to the corn.
To the corn. Nikki says you could just let her go to the corn.
Yeah, casually.
Once Arthur is like suited up, like with his bright purple hazmat suit looking thing, he's like, all right, I guess I'll go with you guys as far as I'm comfortable.
I'm just picturing Lachlan with all the child leashes.
This is the first Arthur saw that. He's like, what are you, like a dog walker now?
It would have been funny to have been with him, given that he is 5'5".
Lachlan says yes and then puts the child leash on the
Yeah.
It's like,
Yes.
no, thank you. Nope.
Oh,
Dick
it's
is
one of those ones
voluntarily
that's
put one
designed so
on.
they're really difficult to open unless you're like behind them.
So basically, it's a leash on a bra.
Yes.
Well, no, can D have a little cute puppy backpack?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
No, they're all designed off like cute animals because you know Janie seems to like cute things. So you know Gartha's got like a little like duckling. Dick is like a little sheep.
I wanted a Godzilla.
Well, you're not getting a Godzilla.
I never get what I want.
Lachlan snaps back in like that perfect, like, older sibling, like, well, you're gonna listen to me, Taurus.
Oh my god.
Am I gonna get cookies later?
If you're good.
There's some in the kitchen.
Better not be those bland ass animal crackers.
I'm sure I can get Tim Tams.
Oh my god.
Ooh, those are good.
I've never had them and I really want to try them.
They're
There's lots of cookies in it.
Talk to me after the show. Maybe I can send you something. We can organize something. You and
I do have a box of Godiva chocolate biscuits, so I'm actually pretty good.
So I think we want to do a break here, looking at Zoom chat. So we will be back in about 15 minutes. So we'll find out what happens with Baptiste and everything. So be right back.
Break.
And we're back. Little shuffled around, but we are back. I'll fix
Sorry.
that. You're good. There we go. That fixed it. So where were we? We were letting Ben take.
The mansion, I think. The spooky
Yeah.
mansion.
I think Dick's looking at Lachlan and Garther like, all right, who's
And
first?
everybody's
I'm not going first.
I just finished putting.
Uh-oh, I think
Oh no.
I think we might have lost Lachlan.
The one person not talking about how bad their connection is.
No.
Oh no.
I'm not going in first.
Okay.
I mean, Dick, you've got the gun, right?
Am I back? Am I still
Yeah.
struggling?
We can hear you. Just your video is cutting in and out, but we can hear you now, which is the important part.
Okay. Well, as long as you've got the content.
Yeah, I guess Dick will go in first if nobody else is going to. Although she's not happy about it.
it's the door is open. It's just a big old house, with like walls are dark, kind of wood covered, and the lights are not that bright. Just what you expect from a spooky house.
Yep. Flash of lightning, ominous music. Well, all right, gang. This seems like a good place to spend the night.
Oh my goodness.
There's
Jeez.
old jazzy kind of sounding music coming from a room where you can see like the light spilling out of.
Yeah, I think Dick's gonna just knock on the door as she walks in and be like, hey, the door is open, so I'm coming in. Just wanted to chat a bit.
There's
hello?
so it's set up like the old-fashioned that made no sense. Like antique furniture. There's a fireplace, and there is Miss Baptiste. He is sitting on like one of the chase lounges.
Perfect.
And there is somebody else in the room, but they're just kind of they look like one of the people we saw at the party, the super pale, wearing all white, eating bland food.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And they're just kind of just sitting there
Eating
like
potato salad with the raisins in it. Disgusting.
a shrimp and raisins, shrimp in it.
Oh yeah, shrimp I could deal
Can
with.
you add it back?
Shrimp and raisins. Ugh.
That's a weird combo. Shrimp,
I mean, are
raisins,
y'all-
mayonnaise, and
Are y'all
potatoes.
pregnant? What is going on here?
Yeah, I think Dick's just gonna be like, "Hi there," and then turn around to be like, "They wanted to talk to you," and then I don't know if anybody's actually behind her or not.
You hear from inside the hazmat suit from behind the front door. No, we don't.
Wait, this was Ben's idea. How is he the only one who isn't here?
Because he said he needed to take a nap.
We
Wait a
should
minute,
have waited.
Is the boat still there?
I don't know.
Oh no. I get it. We can do whatever we want.
Sorry.
You're good.
It's okay.
Is the boat still there?
Yes.
Okay. I guess really we should ask Ben, is the boat still there?
So yeah, Dick's just like, right. So they told me to come in first, and I actually don't know what we're supposed to be asking because I was a little drunk for that part. So
Lachlan will.
Lachlan, explain it.
G'day, Miss Baptiste. I guess what we wanted to talk to you about was the horrific corn minotaur that lives under the town and what you know about that. If you would kindly share, I'd be appreciative, but in no way where it means you have a hold on my soul or any shit like that. Can I roll charm?
Use them rockaboy good looks.
Can I roll charm? Nikki?
What did you
Hello?
get?
I think that was it. That was a yes. There,
Okay.
Ran.
Yeah, please roll. I'm sorry.
I think
Sidetrack.
there was some
Interference.
lag. So 21 for
Good.
charm.
Okay.
Lachlan's very charming. People like Lachlan. They shouldn't, but they do.
It's the bad boy motif.
Certainly. Would you like some shrimp potato salad?
That's very kind, but I'm on
There's
a no carb diet. It was real kind of you. Thank you. But no.
Croy. I've heard that's very popular with you young folk.
That's very kind of you, and Lachlan will just like casually raise his shirt to reveal a six pack. These don't grow on trees. I gotta be careful what I put in my body. Anyway, so about this horrific minotaur that lives under the town.
Yeah. Did you want to see it? What do you want to do with this minotaur?
I mean, eventually we'd like to kill it. But I was hoping that perhaps you could provide some background information.
I suppose.
I mean, unless you're down with the whole minotaur living under the town, eating people thing. And I would think that competition is bad for your kind of business.
A bit bad, but it's nice when I see old friends again.
Is the minotaur an old friend of yours?
No, not the minotaur. I can't stand him.
Well,
So
in that
selfish.
case,
Oh,
we've got
town.
an enemy in common, right? So perhaps you can help us out. We can help you out a little bit, get rid of the minotaur. And then, I'm going to move back to Australia and never leave its beautiful shores
Stay
again.
here. You should stay here.
I really shouldn't.
It'd be nice to have you.
That's what everyone says, but unfortunately, I just can't be tied down like that.
Well, I mean, with that six-pack, you should be.
Right as Lachlan says, I can't be tied down like that, Dick comes up with one of the little hardest things and just sticks it on Lachlan.
Have any rope?
It's fine. Lachlan saved the best animal harness for himself, so he has the lizard, actually. Gotham.
Dad, don't mind me just putting this on.
You can stay here too.
That's very kind of you, Ms. Baptiste. But perhaps you could provide the information, or we could go kill the Minotaur, and then we can talk about this sort of thing after. Because if we stay here, we can't kill the Minotaur.
No, but it'd be nice to have the company.
I'm sure it would, but you've got all these lovely young liberals to keep you company. Maybe you can talk about tax reforms or some shit.
Oh, they're not talking about much right now. You're much more interesting.
Try yelling some trigger words at them. I don't know. Immigrants! Lachlan will just shout.
The wall!
They're coming by boat! One of these is going to work.
Who all is in the room with you?
Arthur's not inside there. He's still outside the front door.
I think it's just Dick. Unfortunately.
Lachlan's like it's like the three of them in a line, so Garth is like at the furthest, then Lachlan, then Dick at the front.
Yeah. Arthur's like listening, but he's listening, but he's still not visually in the line of sight.
So where was D led to?
Oh,
Dee's
right.
on the
Dee,
harness.
did
She's got like a meter which way she wants to go. But
You guys are like in full control of this NPC. You're just like dragging her along like a pet.
so you know, Dee's got like a meter to go in whatever direction she wants to go.
It's totally humane. Just like with dogs on those little leashes that attach them to a tree for days on end.
She's been on the leash for like 5 fucking minutes. She'll be fine.
She's not out in the weather. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cracked a window.
Ignore the little path that they've dug by going back and forth 1,000 times. At the very edge of the leash link.
These little harness leash things are meant for children, not animals, just so we're clear on that.
Yeah.
He's just gonna offer. Oh gosh, who was it?
Dee, do
She's
not
gonna-
eat the potato salad.
She's also got like bread.
It's little empty carbs, Dee. You'll regret it.
So, what did you want to know about this Minotaur?
What can you tell us?
It's a Minotaur.
Yeah, no shit. I already said that. We know that much. Where does it live? Is it allergic to anything?
That's a reasonable question.
It lives under the town.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to say, like, in your dreams or some bullshit like that. Okay, cool. So it is under the town. All right.
No, but you're in my dreams.
I'm in a lot of people's dreams, lady. I've had a hit in the number 10s. All right. I mean, I'm very flattered, and if you want me to sign something for you, I will, but not right now. Stay on target. So it lives under the town. Do you know how
Yeah.
to kill it?
It's something complicated I haven't bothered to look into. I'm a little bit dizzy.
You're a little bit dizzy. All right. Well, you're already lying on a chaise lounge, so you're probably going to be all right. Maybe get yourself a glass of water.
Plenty of space here if you want to have a seat.
No, I don't. Thank you. You're very kind. But again, right, where was I? Minotaur. Yeah. Do you know, will like decapitation work?
Honestly, it's so complex.
So complex. All right. Is there somebody else who's less frustrating who can tell us the answer? Who isn't going to keep trying to seduce me? Because honestly, you're making me kind of
You
uncomfortable.
are a big rock star.
Yeah, I know that. I know I'm a rock star. But
Yeah, could you turn a little? I just need a
keep
better
it
angle.
together.
Can you just turn a little into that light?
Dick is just laughing next to Lachlan. She's like, oh my god.
Yeah, I just want to see you in that light a little bit.
That's fine. All right. So, would you like me to open my shirt further? Because really, if it'll get me the answers, I do not care. All right, here we go. All right. So
there's a book upstairs that will give you directions.
cool. If you want to go get that, I'll wait here.
Certainly.
I will pose while I wait if you want.
Yes, pose. Have a seat
I can
here.
do that. I don't want to sit down. I'm going to wait here in the hall. But I will flex.
Why do I hear Madonna's Vogue playing?
That just happens sometimes around me.
She like adjusts the light. And she walks past, kind of shimmies past and winks.
Look, honestly, she seems like a perfectly nice lady, but she's not my type.
Yeah, the whole
Lachlan just says.
yeah, Dick sort of leans. It's like, yeah, the whole draining the life out of you and making you age really fast like Arthur. That's kind of a deal breaker.
Oh yeah, no, that's
It sounds like
true,
one of
but
those
also like
those awful PSAs where they would just show pictures of crackheads down the years. It's like this is what crack will do to you.
This is Gothel. On
Yeah. It's like what it's like. This is your face. This is your face on drugs. Don't do it.
yeah.
So she kind of shimmies past and up the stairs, and everything is really quiet. The deed leash goes limp.
Limp.
Yeah, like she's not on it anymore.
She's only a meter away. How did she get out of my sight?
You
That's
were
like
outside
arms
for
reach.
5 minutes. You're filthy.
Where is she?
She's like omnipotent. I mean, she can summon anything she wants. She probably took a pair of scissors or a box cutter or something.
No, it's just it was never in it.
Well, Dee's gone.
Dick
We've
just
lost her
starts,
to
like,
vampire lady.
like stomping on the floor and just yells at the floor, "D, get back here!" Because she's
Give you to the
town.
count of 3. 1, 2.
You will not
2,
get any biscuits, young lady.
2.5. 2 3/4.
Okay, she comes running down the stairs holding the book.
D
Who,
does?
Dee or Miss Baptiste?
Dee does.
Oh, okay.
Dee does. All right.
Luckily, she wants to see you upstairs.
Well, she's not going to.
Oh.
I've seen this before. She's not going to get me. No.
She says she really wants to see you.
Well, that's a shame for
That's
her. A lot of people really want to see me.
She got a surprise and wants to autograph.
D,
No.
or not
Let's
D,
go. We have the book.
when Lachlan says lots of people really want to see me, Dick just looks over and goes, "Do they though? Is it really lots?"
Yes.
Family reunions don't count.
Oh. You know, America has been terrible for my ego, and he would just like snatch the book out of Dee's hands and stomp out. I was on Eurovision.
We don't even know what that is, unless it's the Will Ferrell movie.
So he's storming out of the mansion.
Yeah, and everyone else is coming with him because he's holding their child leashes.
Except for
Yep.
Dee. He doesn't have her husband anymore.
Dee, put your cow print back on.
But you all make it out and the doors like slam.
I was gonna say before the door slam, Arthur will yell into it. He's like, "You really lost your touch ever since you added raisins to everything. It's been downhill from there."
A box of raisins is just gonna fly out of the door.
Just kick Arthur in the face.
Yeah.
What does? I missed that.
A box of raisins.
Oh, it's like, well, at least they're sun-made. Wait a minute, that's not sun-made. Ugh, gross. Off-brand. Even worse.
Like Sun Lady or something. It's
Yeah,
like,
sun
that's
lady.
close enough.
This is like crap they give kids in kindergarten.
It's stale. They're
Oh,
stale.
no.
These are just old prunes.
Dick literally points at Garther and laughs.
Let's get back on the ship. I guess. I hate that I have to say that.
All right, did you guys get what you wanted?
Oh, we got this book.
Oh, great.
I will just throw that to Dick and be like, "You're kind of like a nerd type, right? Here, have some words."
Yeah, she wanted to see Lachlan in her room, but Lachlan wouldn't go see her. She said she had a surprise.
Dick just sort of walks past Lachlan and like, not hard, but just gently like smacks him on the back of the head with the book. It's just like,
What?
don't ever call me the nerd. That's Jason.
Well,
He's still sleeping.
Jason's passed out, so. Jason's passed out and
but-
Ben has a flamethrower. That makes you.
She just shakes her head and then they go into They go back onto the boat like, yeah, I'll read it.
Oh, it looks like pain point. It looks like that again. Pain point. You can see my arm. It looks like the picture again.
Oh, it's like all fucked up again?
Yeah.
Hmm.
With the tree growing out of it.
Okay, is Ben inside?
No.
Cool.
Yeah, Dick's literally gonna like raise her
still a
fist in
kitchen
the air,
fully
like,
stocked.
damn it, Ben!
No.
This boat
Double damn it,
sucks.
Ben!
And Ben is the only one who knows how to start it.
I'll be honest, unless we just need a light bulb changed, I'm not very helpful here.
Do we still have something we can just, in the meantime, burn this house down?
Isn't your backpack full of thermite?
Yes,
Also,
I
your
do.
phone. Try calling Ben.
Oh yeah.
Alright, we have
I don't have his
those.
number.
They work again.
I should call my manager and fire him. No. Does anyone have Ben's number?
I was just trying to think, like, does anybody have the number for Ben?
And dies.
I think once we found out the phones were working, he would have at least given his number to like
Somebody.
I think he would have given his number to Dick because Dick seems responsible.
I do gotta find his number.
What are you talking about? Look was very
Relatively.
responsible.
Relatively responsible.
Yeah, then Dick will pull out her phone and be like, all right, let's time traveling cell phones, why not? And she'll try calling Ben. Start sort of poking around the boat while she calls Ben, and
Is it ringing? Did it connect?
It would connect,
oh,
but the boat's like dead otherwise. It's
okay. So Ben's on the other line, on the other end.
Ben, are you there?
Yeah. Yeah, he picks up hello, and he sounds really tired, like he was asleep when you called him.
Hey, 5 minutes is up. We talked to Baptiste. We got a book, and we're back on the boat. Except it looks like how we found it, and you're not here. So where are you?
Shit. There is a lot of cursing in the background. And it sounds like there's somebody else's voice too. Not Ben's. It sounds like there's a woman's voice in the background. And not too long after, maybe a couple of like teenage kids.
Okay.
And he kind of, there's a little bit of commotion, and then it's just Ben again. What do you mean? I'm not. I was supposed to be back there in like 5 minutes.
Well,
Right.
you're not, mate.
We're on the boat. It's got a tree growing through it. You're not here.
Everything's all fucked up, and Lachlan just kicks something. Do you hear that? It's all fucked up. Boom.
Great, wonderful. Of course. Yeah, of course this would happen. Of course. Oh, geez.
And I'm going to turn up the chaos a little bit. Dee says, there's a corn has grabbed my ankle.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Dick just pulls out the little gun and starts shooting at the corn.
So Ben, you hear this going on in the background.
Yeah, assuming the boat hasn't disappeared from where he is, he
It
is.
had.
Okay. Oh, it's disappeared from where he is?
Yeah.
Oh no!
I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna take the phone off Dick and go.
Oh, no.
All right, so I got 3.5 years into a Sparky apprenticeship. What the fuck do I need to do here? Walk me through it, then.
In the background, you just hear like gun blast and Dick
Like
yelling like,
freaking.
Dick yelling like, "Oats are the superior grain." Just insulting the corn.
There's a battle between there's like corn stalks getting shot at right now because they're reaching and
Ben is desperately going to try to relay how to start the boat to Lachlan or whoever's on the phone.
is anybody else doing anything while this
And it
battle
sounds like he is running around somewhere, like gathering stuff up.
I was gonna
Sugar's
say,
better than corn syrup.
yeah, if there's actually fighting happening, Garther's probably hiding behind something with his ears covered. But
Hey,
if
there's corn going towards Garther as he's hiding, like just the corn is flinging ears.
So is it a mechanical engineering check?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and I get to add.
Is there a teaching role, Raven?
Sorry, what role?
For Ben trying to teach Lachlan.
Oh, yeah, that would probably be under speech.
Okay,
being able to
and,
clearly communicate.
Ben, you need to roll speech.
Oh, I don't suppose I can add my career points to that, could I?
Well,
No.
if you're treating me like a junior in your department, maybe.
Oh, my phone died. Sorry.
Oh no.
All right. Mechanical engineering.
Would I be able to? Because he does work with a team.
Yeah, go ahead and you're doing a thing
Okay.
that you know how to do.
So it's a 14 for
Oh.
Lachlan. Reminder, you do have an advantage there, Rand, if you want to use it.
Yeah,
I got
let's do that.
I got an 18.
So I'm going to use my advantage to try that again.
All right. Oh my god, it's a 14 again. It's the exact same roll.
Did I do that correctly?
Yeah.
And then I get to add my. I think I can add my occupation points to this because he's an electrician, which
Yes.
is another 4, so 18.
So we both got
Okay.
18s. Sweet.
So there is probably a lot of yelling, a lot of re-explaining.
What the fuck do you mean the red wire? There are 5 red wires.
But eventually you sort of get it to start, like you get it moving, you get it started, but the the tree's still growing out of the boat. It's still in disrepair, but it started.
All right. When it starts, does that do anything to the corn?
Yes, it stops throwing ears at poor Arthur, and it eventually lets go of Dee's ankle. So yeah, it stops the battle.
And I'll tell you something. There's nothing like working on a Ford Falcon.
So, but you're still not where Ben is.
No.
Yeah.
Ben, where the fuck are you? And I guess we'll come pick you up.
Yeah, was not expecting the boat to disappear from where he was.
I mean, hey, real quick, Dick, can you just like rewind your little pocket watch back to where we were before?
It doesn't affect the inside of the boat.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get out of the boat, you rewind it back, and then the boat comes back for if we go back to when it was.
Would it be a speech check again to try and give like the coordinates and stuff?
Yeah. Unless
Yeah.
Locke knows how to navigate.
No, he doesn't. Crazily enough. He has very specific skills, and they are charming people, changing light bulbs, and playing guitar.
And kicking and throwing.
Yeah, kicking and throwing.
I'm gonna try that speech check again. Oh, 24.
How bad is the corn situation right now?
It's
Yeah,
still
are we in the
surrounded.
middle of town?
Yeah. The corn just kind of encroached,
Okay,
and it's like
but
menacing, but it can't. There's like a radius around the boat where it's not touching.
okay, but nobody's being like actively dragged off into the corn at the moment.
I don't see anybody.
Okay, then Dick's gonna have the pocket watch plan as plan B. still holding off on that.
Thank God for the ace energy.
So
Right. I guess we go pick up Ben.
yeah,
Do you want another mechanical engineering for the piloting?
no. Ben got a 24. I'm assuming Ben was able to tell Auckland what to do.
Yeah.
That's a
All
high
right.
enough. That's a really high roll.
So let's all get on the boat then. Yeah, Dick's gonna run up and take another couple of last shots at the field and hop on the boat.
Dee's a little bit worried because she hasn't actually ever left the town.
I don't think we're actually leaving the town, D. I reckon you'll be right.
Well, if you're okay.
She'll be right. Don't worry about it. All right. Okay. I guess we are going to wherever the fuck this long string of numbers is. And Lachlan presses the button.
The Australia button.
No.
No, the
But
coordinates.
that's the next one.
Well, Ben was lying his ass off about just taking a nap.
Yeah, no shit. No shit. Of course he was.
Because that boat appears at a nice little rural property in the middle of nowhere, Texas, with a nice ranch house, with like a couple of workshops, and Ben kind of half stumbles out one of the doors, pauses, and yeah, there is a woman at the door and two kids that look like they're in their young teens, and he stops and hugs them and kind of frantically goes running towards the boat with backpack of supplies. And he does not look well rested. Goes running towards the boat because he does not exactly trust anybody else to run the thing, and he does not say a damn word as he gets up onto the boat. But neither the woman nor the two kids look surprised to see the boat.
Are Ben's scars on the right side of his face?
Yes, they are.
Oh, hey, Ben. How was your nap? Get some good sleep?
He didn't say anything.
Cool. We almost got eaten by corn, so, we're having a great day. Also, I think that the vampire lady was trying to seduce me, but she was really shit at it.
It's the raisins.
It's taken away all that fucking power.
It kind of is.
Yeah, he didn't say anything, and he actually kind of looks like he was crying. So we're yep.
I don't have a lot of sympathy for you right now.
Yeah,
bro.
honestly, no. Not
I really don't.
Nope.
Well, when he gets on the boat and starts pressing stuff, it gets back to normal.
Well, I
Yeah.
think the boat likes you more than me as well, which is,
Oh, great. So
at
we
least
always,
He does have what looks like a Pelican case, like a military hard case of extra supplies, though. So
the Pelican
Well-
Brief?
No.
The Tom Cruise movie?
no.
at least the vampire lady likes me. At least someone fucking likes me.
Oh, she'll like you all right.
Well, I'm not gonna let her,
Yeah,
but
Ben just kind of mutters, "It's only supposed to be gone for 5 goddamn minutes," and and kind of sets him to go back to what was supposed to be, 5 minutes after he left.
Okay, sorry.
Wayne's World meme there.
Yeah. He's like, "Sha," as if we've been in the movie like that. Sha.
So,
Let's do the Scooby-Doo ending.
Oh my god.
my gosh.
It's taken away.
So, he was setting it for 5 minutes from when he left.
Yeah, for the 5 minutes, like what he intended to happen, which was, I'll be back 5 minutes after I leave.
After after they exited to go to the house and he left for his nap.
Yes.
I know this is very specific.
Nap.
I'm sorry.
For his
Yeah,
nap.
as in like, oh, I should be in, I'll be in like 5 minutes after you. That was, yeah.
Exactly 5 minutes, or I know this is
Yeah.
being hyper.
Yeah, like 5 minutes,
Into the spot where he was.
yes.
Okay, sorry. Sorry. So it goes like the boat goes like it's normally going to go, but it doesn't seem like it's in front of where the house is. It just seems like it's out in the middle of a patch of corn. Like this, the corn's not touching the boat, but that's all you see around you.
I mean, are we like, it's like when you're in the middle of the ocean, just as far as the eye can see, it's
Yeah.
just corn. Oh.
You're in an ocean of corn.
We're in a universe of corn.
Oh, great. That's freaking great. This is definitely not.
I appreciate the aesthetic of the never-ending field, but I don't know, this
I
all seems a
don't
little corny to me.
Ben does not look amused.
Lachlan's gonna start rolling a cigarette.
Ben would personally like something much stronger, but he's checking the console trying to figure out, if something changed or what the hell happened. Like, did the corn devour the town or what?
Did somebody hit the Australia button? Is this what this is?
This is not Australia.
Hey, that you know of.
Yeah.
It's corn capital now.
Let's try the Australia button. It can't be worse.
Agreed.
Wait, hold the hell up. Wait a second. We don't even know where we are now. Are we back? He kind of looks at D. Are we even in town?
Maybe we're
He-
pre-town.
Maybe we're in her stomach because she ate all that popcorn.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
You need more diversity in your diet.
D is like staring out of the window at the corn. There's a window. There's a window. D staring at the window at the corn. It's like telling her to go out there.
I will re-click on the child leash.
But you are in the same location. So did the town move?
What year is it?
Just
Yeah, that'd be one of the first things Ben would check on the boat, console.
it would be I can't remember what numbers right now. It would be like a year with a 5 in it, but not closer to when the town was started and when they were.
So it's like 1925 or something?
Yeah.
Or earlier?
95 or 70 something before the town was founded.
Okay.
But 5 minutes, a year for 5 minutes, same thing.
Oh, jeez. Is it? The fuck is this?
Math.
What if we throw a petrol bomb onto the corn now and just see what happens?
I mean, if we raise up enough, we go down there, grab a bunch of weapons.
Oh, Dick, have you found anything in that book about how to kill the Minotaur, or did she just hand me like a weird vampire Kama Sutra or some shit?
Dick just looks at Lachlan and goes, I was gonna read through it, but then corn happened and I had to fight off the corn by myself, so no,
I was busy getting our
yet.
asses out of there. I'm sorry. Would you have preferred that we stayed there to fight the corn?
No, that was probably a good call for you to do. Don't you agree, Garther?
Hey, I'm sorry if it hasn't become abundantly clear. I'm a coward.
Yeah, Garth's a
Not a
fucking
pacifist.
coward.
I'm a coward. There's a difference.
He's got a streak of piss through him about as broad as a fucking river. Like that, we can't expect anything from Gartha except references to fucking comic books.
I have an ironclad bladder. Thank you very much. It's the other end that's a little dicey.
I was gonna make a joke till you added that.
Yeah. I've had IBS since 1976.
I thought you were like 30. How?
I don't know. I was just saying that because it's funny. But I do have IBS. That part's true.
Time machine.
This is so unnecessary for me to know. Look what we'll just say.
Well, you want to know a guy's age, you're going to know about his bowel movements. That's just the way it goes.
Fucked up, man.
Oh my god.
Like, I know you're old, but like, why do you have to overshare like that?
Because time is short and I don't wait till Christmas to share. I don't know. Something.
The corn wants all of us.
I also don't believe in that holiday. So yeah, that too.
The corn wants. Sorry, D. The corn wants all of us. Was that?
Did you hear it?
Sorry, no. Say fuck. That's really weird. I just had the strongest sense of deja vu. Say another weird, mysterious thing. Just go for it.
Turn the being cryptic
Not
to
you,
11.
Gartha. D. Go for it.
The corn has always been with us.
Corn has always made it. Okay. Are you quoting my own fucking songs at me?
Yes.
Yes.
I got a deck out. We just had a
Nope.
tornado warning pop up, so
No worries. Stay
Fair
safe.
enough.
hopefully I'll be back in a wee bit.
Yeah,
Alright.
stay
Be
safe.
safe.
Yeah, I've been listening to your album every day on my record player.
Your record player. How did you even? I don't.
I mean, if she had said 8-track, I would have been a lot more worried.
What's an 8-track?
I don't know if that's more worrisome or not.
She's 19. If she knew what an 8-track was, that would be worrisome.
Yeah, that's my point.
Like she reaches into her pocket and has a vinyl of that album out.
How does she pull a vinyl out of her pocket?
Did it come out like a puzzle and she put it back together?
Pulling all the stuff out of her pocket.
It's a big fucking pocket.
It's just a vinyl
just kind of-
that folds into four, folds in four, and then you just pull it out and it unfolds and it's back to being normal again.
Vinyl somehow.
Maybe it's like one of those old bubblegum records. It's like this big and it's literally made out of bubblegum, but it plays a tune.
No, she just reaches in and just
those.
it just kind of bad CGIs into her hand.
Oh, I fucking hate that album. Why do you even have that? It only sold like 600 copies. How do you have one of them?
It's my favorite album. album.
She bought all of them. She's the one that bought all 600.
It sold 666 copies.
Oh.
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
Dee, why do you know my album sales figures?
I don't know. They just popped into my head. Sorry.
Somehow this has gotten worse. I think we've gone down a layer of hell.
Oh, so we're no
Before-
longer in purgatory. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. No, because now I'm being confronted by like my flop album that I don't even remember writing.
Now that it's back activated and everything, is the kitchen back?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think Dick's gonna
I
be
was
like,
Ben to start it up because apparently that's his time machine.
okay. So Dick is gonna just look at Lachlan and Garther and Ben and just wave her hand and be like, "Yep, I'm and D," and be like, "Yeah, I got nothing for this. I'll be back in a bit." And just walks back to the bedroom where I presume Jason is still sleeping.
Yeah, he is.
He's the only one. He's the only one that got any sleep.
Getting a lot of
She just-
really good.
She just throws the book so that it lands right on his stomach.
Oh, actually, I was gonna say, I didn't want to interrupt you. Garther will be like, speaking of IBS, I'm gonna check the restroom. Hey, I'll take that reading material. I'll take a gander at it
Okay.
if you're willing to give it to him.
Never mind that. She'll hand it to Garther. She was just gonna like throw it onto Jason's stomach, and then when he woke up, be like, "Hey, read that," and
Yeah.
then walk away.
Yeah, Garther is an avid reader, surprisingly, and but yeah, he also just wants to check out the bathroom because I don't think none of us have ever checked out how nice the bathroom is here.
Oh, it's really
I
nice.
assume it's nice.
It has like waterfall like stuff going on.
It's got an actual like waterfall with like it looks like a water with like plants and stuff.
No corn,
like-
hopefully.
No corn. There's like a hot tub and a just all kinds of whatever fancy stuff you could think of. Plus
makes
the
me-
wax waterfall.
It's like it makes me think of that really pricey restaurant called Rainforest. There's a macaw in here.
Yeah. The macaws talk.
Well, African greys are the ones that are super, super smart, but macaws can repeat words too.
Okay. Give me a second to think about what it's saying. But yeah, the bathroom's really nice.
Yeah, Gartha will be in there for a while. So yeah, this is go back to Lachlan and dealing with the.
Yeah, Dee's like knows all the lyrics to the album.
I thought you said you decided to pick me because you found my name in a book somewhere, not because you are the only fan of my second album.
Not the only fan of your second album.
None of them are in fucking Australia, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, because look, and she shows you the book, and like one of the pictures is the album.
Oh god, I hated that cover too. Why did I agree to that?
And she's like, yeah, everybody's heard of you here. You're the big rock star.
I have had a #1 hit. It was not one of these, because I wrote all of these while I was off my face in Kylie Minogue's Christmas house over a long weekend.
In Australia?
Yes, in her cabin in the Grampians.
Is
I
that
took
what-
just a shitload of. I don't even know what I took. I was given them by Danny, who, like, we all know she's a bit fucking weird. But I took them, and then I woke up 2 days later with a full album written, and I was like, well, that's one thing off my to-do list. And then
So
it was
it's
shit!
So if you press the Australia button, will you go there?
To Kylie Minogue's Christmas house? I doubt it.
Can you sign my album?
D, with all the fucking love in my heart, is now the fucking time?
No, but you're here and I have the album out. And
Fine. And Lachlan like reaches into his pocket and
monster.
pulls out one of those like silver Sharpies that everyone who signs anything has. It's like, fine. But I'm addressing it to you by name, so I better not see this shit on eBay.
I don't know how to use eBay.
Good. Don't learn.
These like static.
Nobody liked Amazing Creatures. You are the only person who liked Amazing Creatures.
No, we love this album here.
I thought you said you only listen to ragtime and jazz.
Well, yeah, and this.
They consider your album ragtime and jazz.
It's a ragtime jazz album. It's a very deep departure from his first one.
Very experimental.
We all listen to this album here.
Okay,
And you know that the population of the town syncs up to how many albums were sold. I mean, I'm saying this out of character.
Lachlan just stops and looks at her. Is like, does literally everyone in this town own a copy of this album?
D nods.
all 66 of them.
Okay. I'm just gonna take another look. Can I just have that back, Dee? Can I just have your album back? Can I just take that? He just like takes it out of her hands. Like, I see, just 1 second. Just 1 second. Goes over to the window and throws it into the corner.
You know she's got like 8 more of those, right?
Dee's just like upset, like really upset because that was her favorite album. I mean, she could somehow has that.
It's your favorite album.
Does the corn shoot it back out at her?
No.
The corn's like, no, thank you.
This is really shit.
She's like really sad. You threw her album out and stuff for her.
Why are you sad? All of it was like weird rambling metaphors about. I don't even know. I don't even know what it was about, Dee. I don't remember writing it.
But it was my favorite. I listened to it every day.
Have you listened to the new album? The new album's actually good.
No, just this one.
All right, one second, and Lachlan will go over to his guitar case and pull out a CD and be like, here, if you can find a fucking CD player in this time-locked town, listen to something that is actually good.
CD player. Okay. And she's like going to go in her pocket and get out this really, really old-looking Discman.
Sure.
Like, this is a player?
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
It's like really old too. It's bulky.
The-
It looks like it came out whenever they invented them.
Lachlan will turn to, I think Dick is still in the room, like turns to Dick and is like, Amazing Creatures as
Oh,
a
dang it,
whole
I was
has
muted.
eight plays on Spotify. Total.
What Spotify?
Oh my god. I was gonna say, is the Discman the one that doesn't have the bump anti-shock protection?
Yeah. Yes.
Just every tiny little movement makes it skip.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that in chat. All this Eldritch business is just an elaborate ploy by the whole town to get their favorite artist to come out from Australia, then trap him there so he can perform for them all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest that's probably the end game of all this. Is there's literally a cult not just for you, for that album specifically. So you know, like it's nothing but encores of the songs that you can't stand the most. You're in hell. You're in hell.
Turns out that all of you are accessories to the fact. It's just Lachlan is trapped in hell.
Yeah.
It's like Hootie and the Blowfish only being able to play Only Want to Be With You. That's the only song they can play at every concert.
Or like the Beastie Boys in what is it? You have the right to party. What's that?
I was just talking to myself. I was like, I think that was Hootie that did that song.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I actually can't remember. But I know like Beastie Boys said they would never play "You Have the Right to Party" or whatever that song is called because they
You gotta
personally
fight for your right to party.
yeah, they actually don't like that song. They were like, it was supposed to be satire. We're making fun of people who like that kind of shit. It's stupid. We'll never play it live again.
You know, the Corn did keep your album, Lachlan.
What? The Corn
The Corn.
can't keep...
It did keep it. It kept the album
Oh, well,
out there. So maybe it wanted the album.
well, he'll just call out the window. You know, the first and the third are much better. That one's shit.
Ornitore's your fan.
We came to the manager was like, wait, Lachlan? Can you sign my album?
So Lachlan, you're going to perform concerts for me?
Oh. Lachlan's just gonna sit down and put his head in his hands. It's like, I only had to tour on that for 3 months. It was so bad. Nobody wanted to listen to it. I almost ruined my career.
I think it's the greatest album of all time.
Dee, how many albums have you listened to?
5.
5. Yeah, that makes sense then. Yeah, the 5, of which I assume 4 of them are like ragtime piano jazz for your like creepy bar setting. It's all copyright free ragtime.
Well, it's the Robert Johnson album. Those are lyrics about, you know, meeting the devil and hellhounds and
Just
Probably
out
in
there
this-
listening to a fucking hellhound on my trail. Like, yeah, this is very fun and groovy. No wonder you think that's a good fucking album.
It's probably their one local artist, so they want to support him. I mean, he probably met them at the railroad track there.
Guys, remember Robert Johnson? What a nice kid.
It's like,
Yeah, dude, you've listened to 5 albums in your life. You cannot be like, that was amazing. Listen to some more music.
well, I'll find some nice music on my phone. There's no record player on my phone.
Download Spotify.
Okay, well, Jason download all my apps for me.
The fact that Jason didn't download Spotify just reinforces how much of a fucking hipster he is.
He's snoring right now. Should I wake him up?
No, it's fine. If he's snoring, we at least know he hasn't been kidnapped to fucking Madagascar or something.
I feel like Dick comes back sometime around here just to give Lachlan a break, and it's like, oh, what are we talking about? Music?
Yes,
Yeah, well,
let's talk about other music. Let's do that. What's your top album, Dick? What's your number one?
They pull out their phone and pull up Spotify, and it's like just this playlist of epic New Orleans style jazz.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like hardcore EDM just for the complete. Like,
That would be amazing, but no, she's quite a fan of the local music from where.
for some reason, I thought when you said New Orleans, I thought you were going to say Norwegian pop rock or something like that. I was like, ABBA? Or
like it was just gonna be something completely unexpected.
Disco Queen.
Oh my god.
Where that is from, because it sounds familiar.
Sorry, what was that?
The music is familiar. Where is it from?
I don't know any like specific artists or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I know.
Player wise, but yeah, for Dick is just like some local jazz artists in New Orleans.
Oh, cool. Just randomly, roughly, Dick, how many albums would you say you've ever listened to in your life? Would you say that's like more or less than 10?
Well, do playlists count as albums?
Sure.
Few hundred?
Few hundred, yeah. So, D, you've listened to 5 albums in your life.
The music will follow you.
The music will follow me. Well, yes, it's my fucking music. I perform it. It follows me. I will admit, in my live set, there is a single deep cut from Amazing Creatures, but half the time, the crowd doesn't like it.
The crowd is the core. Like she's just like quoting the album.
I think Dick just like puts an arm around Dee's shoulder and looks at Lachlan like, how much booze did you let her drink?
None.
She's going to show you the lyrics, Dick, all of the lyrics, and they are like oddly fitting with what's going on.
There's like a lot of mythology references and like talking about like what it's like to live on a farm and like how it feels like you're being surrounded and things like that. Like it doesn't specifically mention corn, but like reading it, thinking about what is happening here, like, oh shit, this is very, very on point.
Yeah.
There's a guy with horns stuck in the maze.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Dick's gonna take that and go over to Lachlan's murder board and just start writing all this out and be like, how do you not see how this is relevant?
I don't fucking remember that album. I told you, I wrote it while I was high. I released it while I was drunk, and then it flopped and sold like less than 700 copies worldwide. It sold like 5 copies in Australia, and 3 of them were to my mum.
I'm just saying, it seems relevant. Maybe there's some answers in your horrible album.
Why couldn't it be from one of the good albums? Lachlan will just sit down heavily and put his head in his hands.
Out of character, play it backwards.
No,
I'm not kidding. I'm kidding, but I'm not.
I'm
Who
sorry.
fucking
Like,
knows?
threw a ball of soap bubbles at me. It's a different snowball fight.
Okay.
Another rare.
Welcome
Sorry, that
back,
was so rare.
Emily. Lachlan's having a breakdown again.
That's okay. Ben kind of is too, but much more quietly, and much more privately.
It's snowing outside. My kid just made it snow outside in the game, so. Thank
Love
my
that.
kid for it.
See, Dick has moved past breakdown and just into acceptance.
Lachlan keeps thinking he's done that, and then he bounces back.
Yeah.
It's the devil's dandruff.
To throw snowballs.
No. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm muted and I'm just.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, on the album that Lachlan gave me, he
I'll be
looks
right
very
back.
different.
No worries. The album that Lachlan gave to you, what was that?
He looks really different. Like he looks far less wholesome than he does right now.
I think Dick's gonna take notice of that and be like, "Oh, was this your edgelord phase?"
No, when I said I was coming to America, my manager here said, take out your fucking piercings and dye your hair a normal color, because apparently you're all scared of people with actual like images.
Oh, yeah, a lot of them are. That's true. It's stupid, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. I just read what you said in Zoom chat.
I ain't lying.
That is the best analogy I've heard for a thunderstorm ever. Oh, sorry, that completely derailed my train of thought. It was great.
I'll read it out loud. Good grief. It's not windy anymore, but with the strobe lightning and strobe lightning and thunder, it sounds my God, my eyes are bad. It about looks and sounds like someone went and pissed in Thor's Cheerios. There we go.
I ain't lying.
It's fantastic.
That tornado was a total wimp though. They said, "Oh, tornado warning for 17 minutes," and then 3 minutes later it was like gone.
Oh, well,
good.
better than the other.
Yeah, no, I'd rather that. It looked like it was going to miss us anyway, but still.
Yeah.
Oh, wait until you see one of the items that Ben is assembling that he brought in that Pelican case, which is it's just a military grade like hard case.
Okay.
Speaking
It's
of
even
Ben-
more horrifying than the revolver.
Good. Good.
What is Ben
Good.
doing right now?
He's gone off to a side room where it's nice and quiet, and he's not around other people.
Chair room.
because-
I don't know how quiet any area on the boat is right now because Lachlan is yelling a lot. So just from a distance, Ben probably hears, "My sails!" YouTube!
So.
Oh. All right.
Hallie Minogue!
Lachlan's just playing Mad Libs. Just ignore it.
Oh my God. Yeah, Dick's probably trying to decipher between the crazy stuff that Dee keeps saying just out of the blue, and trying to figure out Lachlan's song lyrics and how it pertains to all this. Does the album have a song about a minotaur by chance or anything
Oh,
adjacent
totally.
to that?
Yeah, it definitely does.
How does the
But like it's called something like The Creature Beneath or something like slightly more cryptic.
perfect? And does the song have any indication of how you kill this beast that's below?
I don't know, ask Nikki.
It's
I
lactose
don't know the
intolerant.
contents of... Yeah, is it allergic to something?
It's a lactose intolerant. This is-
Is Garther back, or is he still enjoying the bathroom?
I mean, I figured after however long or whatever, eventually he will come out and he will, whatever he gleaned from the book, he will share. But I don't know what he learned. So
Okay, the between the book and the song lyrics, you will figure it out. I'm gonna type stuff.
okay.
All right.
If someone wouldn't mind reading it out. Then...
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense because Garther's the only one that's read it so far, so he'll have to verbalize it.
I do like the idea of like Gotham was gone for an hour, D forces to do a full listening party of that album.
Jeez.
Yeah, I like that too.
Just stopping in between each song to be like, no, it's really good, isn't it?
Tell me what you really think. I want constructive criticism, but also don't make me cry.
Yeah, and Dick just keeps going like, well, I've heard worse.
Lachlan just like, I was drunk when I recorded that. That's terrible. I missed half the notes. I don't even know why they let me release this.
And Dick just goes, well, I've heard a screaming goat caught in a chain link fence that they auto-tuned into a song, and that was way worse than this, so it's not the worst I've ever heard.
And
Now,
yet
like, Lachlan,
it sold more.
now, Lachlan has a good voice. Like, he does have a good voice, and like theoretically these should be good songs, but they're just so fucking weird. And like all of the chords are just really weird choices.
Oh, it sounds like the very first Ween album was just them being high and screaming. It was really just them high and screaming.
So basically the old tunnels under the ground lead to the Minotaur, and you'd figure all the stuff out that was in Discord. All of you need to be there. You need the boat and Lachlan's album, a little from everyone. Okay. Okay.
Just Lachlan will be like, why couldn't it have been my new album? That's actually good.
Well,
It's like, well, good albums don't get you into hell. All right, everybody. I think I've.
And control the older tunnels. She can only control the newer ones, the ones that led y'all out of the town, that tried to lead y'all out of the town.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Garther basically just will point out like, all right, so I overheard some of the stuff about the album. I kind of skimmed the book. It seems something about like the old tunnels under the ground lead to the Minotaur. And
The Minotaur?
yeah, the Minotaur. I mean, once again, we haven't seen this thing. We don't know where we're expecting. He might just be a
minty boy. Yeah.
Yes, he might be. I mean, we got corn, we got mint, we got lemonade. So yeah, I guess the tunnels will lead us there somehow. You know.
No, the tunnels lead y'all away, like it did Jason when the other ones tried to keep him coming back.
Yeah, but there's more than one kind of tunnel, right?
Yeah.
So how do we get into the other tunnels? Because
So
the
we find
trapdoors seem to lead to the new ones.
Right.
Well, let's find ones that don't have electrical lighting.
Yeah.
Is there like an old mine shaft or something?
God, probably.
Maybe we have to use the boat to get to those tunnels somehow.
Is that the Australia button?
Why would that be the Australia button?
I mean, once again, has anything else here made any sort of sense?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
The Australia button probably does the exact opposite, which I don't even sure what that is. What's the opposite of Australia?
I was literally
English.
having that same thought right at this very moment, Alex. I was gonna say
England.
Are we the
It's-
opposite of
maybe it's-
Australia?
maybe it's
No,
in
Britain
Australia.
is opposite Australia.
No, but if you ran a line through it in the globe,
It goes to Britain. It's literally opposite.
I mean, you know, just because Britain dropped off all their garbage down there, does that really make it the opposite?
what about
Physically,
those
yes.
lines? What about those lines that are on? I'm just going to imagine a screen in the place. What about those lines on the screen that go from place to place?
Oh, longitude, latitude.
They don't look like
It's
the longitude latitude lines. They're
Do
like,
you mean the ley
Ley
lines?
lines?
Like
yeah.
Oh, okay.
fucking probably.
And one does lead from a spot in Australia to to where they are.
Maybe it's an alphabet thing. What countries start with Z?
Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe.
Zambia?
Zambia.
Zamerica?
Zoobily Zoo. No, that was a TV show.
There's Amanda's from America, but
I think Dick might actually suggest that. Just like, everything else has been weird. What if the beast below
Lives
the
in
town
Australia?
is in Australia because it's the land down under?
I mean, I hate that as a concept, but
This ship was
honestly,
made.
but didn't somebody say everything in Australia is trying to kill us?
no.
Not you, it was somebody else that said that.
I mean, Americans say that, and an American made this ship, so.
But yeah, let's just take me home, and I can talk to someone who makes fucking sense for 5 minutes.
Haha, you think this is gonna take you home?
Well, no, not like permanently, but like if I could just have 5 minutes talking to someone who isn't American,
Well, we already knew what
I
happened
would
last time
feel
we gave.
so much better.
Yeah,
Last time we
say
gave
that
somebody
too.
5 minutes. Yeah.
So are you pressing the Australia button? Are you going to allow it then?
Oh, he's not in the room. He's
Ben's not in the room.
the
Ben's not in the
supervisor
controls.
isn't there.
Oh, where did he go?
The babysitter isn't there.
Where
Ben
did he
did
go?
say he would
He,
sit
To a
he's
side room.
literally
touched
he's
it.
just off to this. He's just off in a side room, so he's literally like one room away.
Which room?
Lock.
I'm just curious. Which room?
Oh,
The chair room, wasn't it?
probably.
Well, I said the share room 'cause it's
Probably
probably
the
the
weapon
quietest.
room. I'm not
So-
gonna lie. He's probably in the weapon room.
Okay.
Lachlan will go over and knock on the door really, really lightly and be like, "Hey Ben, we're gonna go to Australia. Is that cool? Great, thanks, bye." And then we'll go
Yeah.
over and press the Australia button.
Fantastic.
It does take you to that cabin.
So we disappear from the endless cornfield, appear in like a temperate rainforest in the exact opposite weather to where we were before, where it was like mid-spring. So it is like wet and rainy in the middle of autumn outside.
And humid.
Yeah.
And there is like the fanciest fucking cabin you've ever seen. Like it belongs to a celebrity. They're like like one of the ones that you see on like Architectural Digest. And Lachlan just looks at it as like, huh. Well.
Yeah, I think Dick's gonna look out the boat as well and kind of have the same reaction, be like, huh.
And like
That's
out the front
different.
of the cabin, there's like a little nameplate that says in like very nice writing, it says like Minogue.
Is that
So
a
now
30
you're-
years there, Lachlan?
Oh, okay. Have Americans not heard of Kylie Minogue? Lachlan will say. Do you not know who Kylie is?
Dick just kind of shakes their heads like, probably not my cup
She
of
made
tea or
that song
something.
about the train.
Yeah, dude, the locomotion. Yeah.
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 There's a
Come
train
on.
out my town that comes at 2:00 every day.
D, you are like a
God
fucking
damn it,
broken
D.
record. I feel like I'm talking to a Bethesda NPC. Just
Yeah.
She's one of those dolls, you pull the string and they just say like one of 8 phrases.
Oh.
Did the chord tell you that too?
No, but what's an NPC?
You are, D, you are.
So does that make you a GPC?
what?
What's his first name? Wait, my name's not N.
Yeah,
Her name is Madison. Madison.
so she's an NPC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Madison.
Oh my goodness.
I think Lachlan will go back over to the door that Ben's behind and actually knock properly this time.
What?
Yeah, we're in Australia now. I just thought you ought to know. Anyway, cool. Have fun in there, or whatever the fuck it is you're doing.
I don't know if you saw on Discord, but Ben has an even larger, scarier gun.
What? And Ben comes out with this large scary gun and Lachlan's like, that's illegal here. You can't have that.
You know what? For the first time in my whole life, I think if a cop actually showed up, I think I might actually feel slightly more not secure because the cop's there, but just more like, oh, things are back to normal. So if that gun brings down law enforcement, at least we kind of know what world we're in.
So is that gun as tall as you are?
You know what? It probably
Hold it
is
up.
about as tall as Ben.
Yep.
No, I think those things are about 4 feet long.
I can't believe you have a sniper rifle.
It's not a sniper rifle. It's an anti-material rifle.
What?
It's for tanks.
It's for sniping tanks.
It's
Oh my
literally
God.
against the law to use on people.
Hey, look, there's
I
an
mean,
old
isn't every gun illegal to use on people?
Well, even like it is against the Geneva Conventions. in
It's
our
considered like a war
country.
crime.
It's a war crime.
People like something to be left over to
But it
identify,
is
and
one-
not a
it is-
mist.
It is 1000% legal to own one of those in Texas.
Not in Australia, it's not.
But Ben is gonna mutter something under his breath about the plasma rifle. It's not against the law. But he's gonna kind of glance to the plasma rifle. It's not against the law if they don't know it exists.
If there's no laws about it, it can't be against the law. Just like there's no laws against time travel.
Yeah. Dee picks up her bat, the thing that looks like a bat. It's like, there's a door over there. Let's go. You know, typical.
All right.
Up in trouble fast.
Okay. If we leave the boat, will it disappear though?
Oh, I don't know. Will it?
Well,
Jason's
didn't it
still
disappear
sleeping.
the last time Ben left the boat?
Yeah,
That's
it did.
what. That's what. Out of character, yeah. That's what I'm kind of worried about now.
Same. Although this random cabin in Australia seems like a much better place than middle of a corn ocean.
You know what? Let's just relax here and breathe in the smell of a place that doesn't smell like corn. Let's just smell that. That's eucalyptus. It's de-stressing. Smell that. It's nice here.
Yeah, how about gimpy and cassowaries and dingoes and funnel webs and all that?
We're in the
fun
fucking
stuff.
Grampians. Why would there be dingoes here? Or funnel webs? Why would they be here? Well, cassowaries don't fucking live here.
Am I supposed to be summoning these
Nah,
things?
Australia's just one big biome. Just what is everything's all together all the time.
Do
Maybe
you
if
want
somebody.
a cassowary dingo?
No.
No.
Everybody in the
even
party
be?
goes, no!
A cassowary dingo.
I didn't bring
It's
a
a
damn
cassowary dingo
riot.
funnel web.
I didn't bring a damn riot shield. Okay.
You don't need one. We're in a gentrified area.
What about a baby cassowary dingo?
Maybe if somebody stays with the boat, like actually stays with the boat like the whole time and doesn't leave it.
Well, Jason was in the boat.
Well, I mean,
wasn't
What if we
Yeah, that
wake
is- that
Jason
is true.
up?
That's true. That's true.
What if we
Jason
wake
was
Jason
the whole
up?
time.
Because he's asleep right now.
I mean, honestly, that's I
He's
envy
still
him.
awake.
Can I trade places with him?
Now Ben is kind of going through the boat manual again and trying to find out what the hell happened as far as like the boat just disappearing on him.
Lachlan will just be going, it's fucking autumn. All the snakes are asleep.
Do you need snakes?
No, why the fuck would we need snakes? D, think it fucking through.
It's hard to
Put you
think
to
because like
sleep.
listening to the music coming from the house.
I mean, we do need snakes. They help reduce rodent, population and.
Fucking, it's like D's playing Mad Libs. Like, oh, you mentioned something horrific. Do you want that? No. Why the fuck would we want that?
She just pulled one out of her pocket, didn't she? She pulled one of each of the things we mentioned
You know
out
what?
of her
A
pocket.
quokka. How about a quokka? Give us a
This is-
quokka. How about
This
that?
is not their natural environment. That would be bad for the ecosystem.
Wait a minute. You said there's eucalyptus. Are there drop bears here?
Yes, so be careful.
Ah! Guy, I
It's
still
all
got
right,
my...
Gartha. If you head into the kitchen, I'm sure there'll be a jar of Vegemite. They repels drop bears. You just got to put some behind your ears.
Oh, hell, in that
Ben-
case, I might be a drop bear.
Ben looks Garther dead in the eyes and says, "Don't touch any of the trees. You'll wish you were dead." And starts going back through the boat manual, trying to figure out what the hell happened with the boat just disappearing on him.
She does have like a dingo cassowary in her hand, like a little tiny one.
Okay.
Is it a mix? Did
Trying to hide it.
the castaway get bitten by a
No,
radioactive?
it's like a cat.
So you know a dingo is just a wild dog, right?
Yeah, it's a dog bird.
Oh God, what if you created?
She's like
Dick
trying
just
to
looks
hide
at
it
Ben
from-
like, what's wrong with the trees?
Some of them are poisonous.
Oh, some of them sting you, and apparently it feels like being electrocuted and burned and shot at the same time. And
Yeah, that's why
sometimes the
some of them
pain
are
lasts for
poisonous.
months or years. So don't touch them, basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ben starts to like open panels around the console and look at the wiring and see if he can find if anything's like shorted or crossed or just kind of off from where it should be.
Yeah, I mean, let me think about what things you could run into around here. There are drop bears.
Did the
Obviously
Minotaur?
you've got the
Is the
poisonous
Minotaur just a big
trees.
yowie?
Ben. So
Lots of other issues. You got bunyips. You got.
What about the Yarama Wahoo?
We're nowhere near the Yarra.
see something in the wiring, like maybe when Jenny built the boat, she was stubborn and did something wrong. But whatever it is why it got lost.
Oh, can I fix it then?
Mechanical engineering.
Oh,
Like
Wait,
he had the little pet-
woo! Got a nat 20 with a 32.
oh, you make
on
it
the
work better.
bonuses.
You make it work better.
This really is just Ben's time machine, isn't it?
I think so.
Like, was this a present? Something?
But yeah, it's gonna start working better.
It's like the rolls are great, but to Ben, this is like the worst day ever.
Lachlan's moved on to listing spider types.
Like it's
Like,
not
oh,
gonna
you know,
it's not gonna
Actually
be
go-
long
no.
before he's back with that anti-material rifle muttering, "This is my rifle, this is my gun,
Oh my god.
this is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine."
Lachlan, did you say there's bunyips?
Oh yeah. Then you've also got spiders, like you've got whitebacks, funnel webs, huntsmen, redbacks. Then you've got the very dangerous, which is like a redback whiteback crossover. It's called a pinkback. Very terrifying. You've got
Pink's usually a good color.
Afraid not, buddy.
Does corn grow in Australia?
Not in this environment. It doesn't.
Oh,
In
okay.
this biome.
Are you certain? You certain?
There's some fucking corn outside this boat.
Yes.
Okay, Lachlan's going to grab something. I don't care whatever it is, whatever is closest. Which I'm going to assume is part of his conspiracy board, maybe? And just fucking throw it at the corner and be like, fuck off, you don't even grow here, you're an invasive species.
How'd you get through customs?
We have very strict rules.
Yeah, that's true. The biological customs are pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have really strict customs.
You know what, Lachlan? I'm going to give this to you. It does not. The corn is afraid of you. Scared for corn.
Well, the good news is the boat shouldn't just randomly disappear on us anymore.
If we're concerned about the album, this is where I recorded it and like wrote it. So we can check out the studio and see if there's anything weird going on there, maybe.
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not?
And then Lachlan goes back to listing spider varieties for Gartha. It's like, so Gartha, what are you gonna want to do, right? What kind of shoes are you wearing, mate? Are they closed-toed?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. How thick a sole is that? Is it rubber sole or?
I mean, it's a steel-toe boot, but I've
Steel
had them
toe-
for a
well-
couple of years. They're kind of worn out.
You're not going to want steel toe, mate. You're going to have to find something rubber on the bottom because some of these spiders, they hunt through electrical impulses, so they can like metal conduct it rather than hold it off.
That's
You want something with
insanity. Hey,
Yeah,
G,
no, it's pretty difficult.
give me some new boots.
Yeah, you're going to want something kind of like a croc sort of a situation, but like closed toed on the. Have you ever seen those things that are like kind of like a cross
Steel-toed
between
Crocs?
a croc and an UGG? No, you don't want steel toed, mate. I'm telling you, no steel toed, but like a crug. You know, a
Ugh.
crug? Yeah,
Is that like a fur-lined croc?
it's like an Ugg boot on top and then a croc on the bottom.
Boots with the fur.
My God, that's even worse than the castaway thing we were
Work
talking about
boots?
earlier.
Work boots?
So you're gonna want something like that just for safety's sake, and then you're gonna want to put some Vegemite behind your ears. And when we're moving through, you're gonna want to move like in a sort of like a sideways, like you want to keep it like as two-dimensional as possible, because a lot of these things, they go for whatever is the broadest. And I'm afraid that between the four of us and D, you are very much the broadest guy around.
My God, I've never thought of that as being a deterrent. My goodness.
Yeah, no, afraid so. And you know what? Yeah, D, can you get him in a cool cat? Cool cat would probably be helpful. Yeah, how do you feel about stinging flies?
I mean, last I checked, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, no, definitely a cool cat. But I'm thinking also we should maybe some kind of we'll get him and like Lachlan will begin listing all these ridiculous pieces of clothing.
He's
You're
just
gonna make him look like the worst tourist ever.
What's the cat?
He's just going to say, wouldn't they just eat all of us alive? They wouldn't care who was who.
No, it's all about like hunting patterns. You see, it's all about hunting patterns.
So they'd eat us all alive. We all
But one
eat
by one.
skeletons down in the tunnels.
All right. Well, Dee's having a time.
And she handed over the equipment that she requested. Like, nicely.
Please picture Gartha after Lachlan is done, in like croc Ugg boots, board shorts that are like very brightly colored, like a jacket that's like a long, like a dustman's jacket, a hat with corks on it. He's got Vegemite smeared behind his ears, and like green and yellow face paint under his eyes in stripes.
And after he's completely geared up with all this ridiculous crap, he goes, all right, now everybody else is going to do it the same thing, right?
Sure, and Lachlan, yeah, sure, mate, sure, we will. And then he will just walk out of the boat.
Yeah, it'll take him a couple of minutes and then like, God damn it!
Okay,
Don't forget the secret greeting is spoken.
and Dee's gonna be like, I think I won't be able to summon nonstop because I'm not in town. So I might have limited summons left.
Good job wasting all that, Lachlan. Ha 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 ha. Ah, and everything he takes off to put back on his ultimate, he throws it in your general direction.
I love Lord Skirt. This is the first time I've felt joy since I went into that fucking town, mate. It was worth it.
Ben kind of shoots Lachlan a glare at that. Like, oh,
all
it's
this
okay if you-
useless
oh,
crap.
it's okay if you do. Okay.
So we will need Jason if we go down into the tunnel, so we should wrap up soon. So that
That
he can wake
sounds
up.
good.
I will just say half of the things that I listed were completely made up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love that.
Including the Vegemite, right?
Yeah, it's not real. It can't hurt you. Don't
Hey,
worry.
there's a cassowary dingo that exists in game now, so
No, there is not. Lachlan will kill it.
This horrifying Frankenstein-like monster.
Every moment it
Oh,
lives
goodness.
in pain. I will just kill it and put it out of its misery.
All right, that was fantastic. So yeah, we'll wrap up there, and we'll head out on a raid here in just a moment. Before we do, though, I want to let everybody say what their favorite part was, where we can find them, anything they'd like to share or plug. We'll go reverse order from how we started, so we'll start with Nikki.
I'm sorry, my plan, I think it's just a wild session.
It was.
Lots of twists and turns. I think I like D being called an NPC.
Like a Bethesda
great.
NPC.
Yeah, but that's it. And she's like, you just heard it, NPC.
That was pretty great.
So she's totally owning it. And I forgot what else, and I really don't feel that great, so I'm going to.
No worries.
Yeah.
All right, we'll hop on over to Emily then. Favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
I'm not gonna lie. Miss Baptiste laying it on thick with Lachlan. And Garther's little tangent off of the MIB neuralizer. Yeah, like I said, this is a hell of a day for me to pick to really start using a camera. Just gonna lose my mind here. Yeah, you can find me at Timberdoodles on Twitter. I've actually kind of started posting some art up there. Moving along. This has been fun.
Yeah. All right. Rand, same questions.
So I'm afraid that as an Australian, I am like patriotically obliged to say that my favorite part was fucking with someone about how dangerous Australia is. That was very fun. I also really enjoyed Baptiste laying it on incredibly thick and just failing, and also Gartha being like, "The raisins ruined everything. You used to be so powerful." That was really funny to me. I am on Twitter at Rand Plays Games. I don't really have anything to plug though. I only do this right now. I only have one stream going.
All right. Then next we'll hop over to Josh. Favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
I kind of like the idea, whether or not it turns out to be true or not, that Lachlan's album is literally the beginning and calls and probably end to all of this. Like whether it's because of a cult or whatever was, I still think it's a cult. That's my theory, a working theory, is that there was a cult literally started all because of that. That is why we've all been swept into this. So because, and yeah, the Omega and the Alpha and all that good stuff. As far as stuff, yeah, you can find me sometimes at Hobox, sometimes at Reburied at Cole. Those are two names that I'm trying to use. But I'd rather you listen to me and my kids play D&D and other games at Teenagers and Troublemakers. It's a podcast. You can also find us on YouTube. And if you're, I would love for people to try my tiny little 3-page supplement for Dungeons and Dragons, which is Mage Dual Rules, mainly because I just want people to try it out and let me know if you like it or not. And I'm actually I've actually kind of completed a new card game. And I need play testers, but until play tests have happened, I'm not going to talk much more about it. So.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I think that just leaves me. Well, first of all, go check out at Leopold the Just on Twitter. Leland normally plays Jason. Couldn't be here tonight, but he's really cool. So go check his stuff out. And then for me, favorite part, Lachlan MVP of this episode for sure. I really enjoyed the banter between Lachlan and Dee about the album, and the stuff with Baptiste was great, and then just the ending there, messing with Garther, was fantastic. But everybody was a lot of fun. Oh, also the little kitty harness leash things. All of that was fun. But the whole episode was great. It was a lot of fun, a lot of wild chaos, including rocket launching a stage. Where you can find me next will be tomorrow at noon Mountain Time and 6 p.m. Mountain Time for It's Snowed in April and Animus Absentis. Two different shows happening tomorrow. And then things to share or plug is just our sponsors, which the links are still there in chat. Fundamental RPG, which is the system that this game uses. The physical book, which let me grab that. Looks like this. If I can pull it up. You can get your own copy on Amazon if you want the physical book. If you want a PDF version instead, just go to coffee.com/Raven, like it's spelled at the bottom of the screen, and you can pick the PDF version up there. It's also, that version is on sale for half off until the end of the month, so you can pick that up for less than $10. Also at coffee.com/Raven is Intrepid, which is adventuring gear for real life. So a bunch of cool products with tabletop themes to them. Go check that out. And then Die Hard Dice, which are my favorite dice to use. Wow, my brain just went completely blank. But yeah, they are really, really good dice. They are just about the only type that I have in my dice bag right now, which is saying something because there's a lot of dice in there. But you can pick up your own sets at dieharddice.com. If you use the code BLACKFEATHER, all one word with a capital B, you can get 10% off of your entire order. And then I highly recommend checking out the Fey Bloom set, which there's a link straight to that in chat as well. It's really cool. And then if you want to catch up on this show or others that we have on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network at watch.thefantasy.network. And we're going to go on a raid. Our raid cry is, "It's the raisins, they're taking away all her power." Feel free to copy that out of chat. We're going to go raid Milady Saito. Saito's fantastic. Definitely give her a follow if you're not doing so already, and say hi. And then I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Bye.